Good afternoon and welcome into this edition of Mount Mercy Basketball on the Mustang Streaming Network. I'm Colin Brown, your play-by-play host for all of this year's action, as tonight the Mustangs welcome in conference rival Graceland to the Hennessy Center. We're proud to have a conference doubleheader here this evening, as the women's teams will tip off in just a few moments, followed by the men at 7:30. As for these two ball clubs set to tip in just a brief minute, both have started the season off with highs and lows. First off, for the visiting Graceland Sting, it's been a great start to the season as they look to improve upon an 8-1 start, which has them sitting atop the Heart of America Conference. And for your Mount Mercy Mustangs, they've started off their 2018-19 campaign at 3-4, but are looking for a huge conference win tonight, which would mark their first of the 2018-19 season. As we get set for tip, now let's run through the starting lineups. First, for your visiting Graceland Sting, we'll take a look at the backcourt. The three guards for the Sting will be number 3, J.C. Cleaver, number 5, Christianke Dawkins, number 10, Sarah Rodriguez. Down low, the two forwards, number 23, Caitlin Sudduth, and number 24, Arika Day. And now for your Mount Mercy Mustangs, starting in the backcourt, the three guards, Reese Kawakami at number 4, the senior out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Number 14, Brianna Thomas, the junior out of Mesquite, Texas. And down low it'll be Paris Sheck, the sophomore out of Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. Number 23, Audrey Malumba, the junior out of Finland. And number 24, Sarah Moffitt, the sophomore out of right here, Mount Pleasant, Iowa. So as we get set for tip, both teams have taken the court, now under 2 minutes to go. As I mentioned, Mount Mercy coming into this one at 3-4 on the season. And the visiting Graceland Sting come in at 8-1. A conference doubleheader here this evening from beautiful Mount Mercy University. The men will tip off at 7:30 later this evening. A little preview on that game. The Mount Mercy men will enter the contest at 3-3, and Graceland will enter at 6-2. Now we'll go into the coaching staff for both teams. Mount Mercy is headed by Micah Mims. She's in her third year in the program, just recently inducted into the Mount Mercy Hall of Fame. And for the Graceland Sting, head coach Frank Howell in his third season for the Sting as well. As we get set here for the national anthem, we will take a short commercial break here on the Mustangs Radio Network and be back with tip and much more right here inside Hennessy Center. Back with you here on the Mustangs streaming network. Colin Brown courtside as we have a conference doubleheader here this evening between Mount Mercy, your Mount Mercy Mustangs, and the visiting Graceland Sting. As I mentioned, they're running through the starting lineups here on the floor. Graceland comes in to play tonight at 8-1 on the season as Mount Mercy comes in at 3-4, a conference doubleheader here inside the Hennessy Center on a chilly night in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, as we are set to play. 3 referees have taken the floor as the starting lineups are being announced. Mount Mercy will play their first game since Monday evening. That was right here at the Hennessy Center. Graceland comes in after playing on Monday as well, picking up their 8th win of the season. As Mount Mercy will be announced for the starting lineups, we will be with you all night right here on the Mount Mercy streaming network, live. Colin Brown courtside for a conference doubleheader, the first of the season. The men will take the floor at 7:30. Mount Mercy comes into play in that one 3-3 on the season, as Graceland, the defending national champs on the boys' side, will come in at 6-2. So it should be a great night here inside the Hennessy Center as we get set for basketball. Mount Mercy running through their starting lineups themselves as we get set for the tip. Colin Brown alongside. Pleasure to be alongside all of you here this evening as we run through the starting lineups. Mount Mercy starting two juniors, one sophomore, that's Sarah Moffitt, and the lone senior in the starting lineup, Sharice Kawakami out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And here we go. Micah Mims has the team rallied around her. 3rd season as the Mount Mercy head coach, recently inducted into the Mustangs Hall of Fame. On the other side, Frank Howell, his 3rd season as the coach at Graceland, coming off a tournament berth last season as we get set for the tip. Tipping off for Mount Mercy will be number 24. That's Sarah Moffitt. And for the Sting, it looks like it will be number 33 in Navy. That's Kaylee Bowden. So here we go. The first of our 2 tonight inside the Hennessy Center. And we are underway. The tip won by Mount Mercy. Controlled by Paris Scheck. She'll give off to Kawakami. Beautiful backdoor cut. Lays it up and in. That's Audrey Malumba. A quick 2 for the Mustangs as they'll set up at 3/4 court pressure as Graceland breaks it into the front court. Point guard spot for the Sting. 24, that's Arika Day, as she has it on the right wing. Graceland looking to get up and down as Day drives baseline. Good pass to the middle, and the shot was missed by Kaylee Bowden. Good look for Graceland, and here come the Mustangs. Trailing is Kawakami. She gives off. Inside they go, and that's deflected out of bounds, but it will stay with Mount Mercy. Good maul movement by the Mustangs early. They have a 2-0 lead here with 9:12 to play in the first quarter. Inbounds pass right side to Kawakami, and she walked with it. So the first turnover of the evening for Mount Mercy. And again, they'll set up the 3/4 court pressure. Arika Day now into the front court with it for Graceland. The Sting 8-1 on the season. As they'll run the motion out top, back to Gray right side. She'll look down low. That's Dawkins with it. And she'll swing top. Good defense by Mount Mercy early in this one. As Day now drives left side, looks right. There's a 3 on its way, and it's well short by, I believe it was Dawkins on the left wing for Graceland. Good defense once again by Mount Mercy. Graceland will now apply pressure for the first time this evening, and Mount Mercy breaks it quickly up into the front court. With it is Malumba, as she'll get a screen from the left side, driving baseline, nowhere to go with it. Good pass right wing, and that one's thrown away. Well, good ball movement by Mount Mercy, as Sheck was looking for a backside cutter in the lane. I believe she was looking for Kawakami, and it sailed out of bounds. Here's Graceland now with it. They break the pressure once again. Day will set things up top of the key. Number 24 in Navy. She's the sophomore from Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Graceland on a drive, pick and roll, and that one's deflected out of bounds. It looked like it went off the hands of Sarah Moffitt. Good defense on the screen and roll. With 10 on the shot clock, Graceland will inbound from underneath their own basket. Out top it comes to Day. 8 on the shot clock. Day dribbling center into the middle of the lane. Goes up strong off glass. And one. Count the basket. Arika Day, the sophomore out of Des Moines, Iowa, comes through there. I beg your pardon, the senior out of Des Moines comes through for Graceland as she lays that one off glass for 2. And we'll head to the charity stripe for an extra. Free throw is up and in. And just like that, Graceland has a 3-2 lead. Into the pressure here, and that's Day who will be tagged with her first foul. Well, I think she anticipated the pass and just got there a second late as she ran into Malumba, who had full control of the ball, as that will be her first, and Mount Mercy will inbound from the side. Into the hands of Sheck it goes. She'll dribble across midcourt, and that one's too high for Kawakami, as Mount Mercy, with their second turnover of the evening, will head back to the defensive end. Mount Mercy applying pressure themselves. That one's almost intercepted by Sheck, as Day, who looks to be the catalyst of this Graceland offense, has it again here low in the post. She goes off glass for 2, no good. And that's a foul going to be tagged against number 33 in Navy. That's Kaylee Bowden. She went over the back. A good box out there by Brianna Thomas, and Mount Mercy has it back. Mustangs trailing 3-2 early as Kawakami has it, and she has a great no-look pass into the lane there. That's 24 up and off the mark. Good look there by Sarah Moffitt. She pump-faked her way into the lane and laid it off glass. It didn't fall, but she'll head to the line for 2. Both teams applying pressure here early, as Moffitt's first free throw is up and true. And it has really caused delays offensively. 2 turnovers each so far between Mount Mercy and Graceland, as Moffitt will head to the line trying to give the Mustangs their second lead of the evening, as that free throw sails long as we stay knotted at 3. Day with it into the front court for Graceland. She's the floor general for this 8-1 team. She'll give off right side corner 3 there, up and no good by Dawkins. And Mount Mercy comes away with it, running in transition. There's a 3 up, and it is all money by Brianna Thomas. The junior guard out of Mesquite, Texas, comes through there. Good-looking 3 in transition, and Mount Mercy's out to a 6-3 advantage. Here's Day driving baseline. That one's intercepted by Dawkins, picked up by Kawakami, and here she comes. One-on-one the other way into the lane, up, and the layup is no good. Drew contact in the lane, but no call, as Graceland will push the other way. Staying 8-1 on the season. Out front with it is Day. Now she'll give way to J.C. Cleaver. Cleaver drives left side, and that one's rejected out of bounds by the do-it-all junior, Audrey Malumba. As subs will file in for the first time, taking a seat for Mount Mercy is Moffitt. Into the game is number 15. That's Ariana Hampton. Hampton, the senior forward out of Zion, Illinois, checks in for the first time, and there's a quick foul tabbed on Mount Mercy as Graceland will have it here on the side out. Mustangs out to an early 6-3 lead. as we near the midway point here in the first quarter. With it left side, they'll give off. That's Thompson with it out front. She crosses over, dribbles middle of the lane, jumper up and true. Smooth looking jumper there by number 10 in Navy. I beg your pardon, I thought it was Thompson. It's Rodriguez, as now Day causes another turnover, gives off to Rodriguez. The 3-foot jumper in the lane is up and good, and just like that, Graceland has their second lead of the evening. So back and forth we go, as Mount Mercy will throw it ahead, and it's another turnover. So the Mustangs possibly getting a little rattled here with the pressure, as Kawakami was looking for, I believe, Sheck, who was trailing down the right side, and that one just sailed over her head out of bounds, as subs will come in now for Graceland. So 5:33 left to play here in the first quarter. Graceland with a 7-6 lead on Mount Mercy in this first of two this evening from the Hennessy Center. And there's Sudduth with it, driving right side, no good. That one's off the iron. Tipped out of bounds, and it will be Mustang basketball. Good box out by Brianna Thomas, as that one was tipped off of Arika Day, I believe. And here come the Mustangs trying to break the pressure. This time they do. Up ahead, Malumba, great pass over left side. That one's rejected out of bounds. Ariana Hampton went up strong with it. But kudos to Graceland. It looks like that was number 22, Shauna Reeton, who came down with the rejection. And here we go. There's an inbounds, and there's a foul. Great inbounds play called there by Micah Mims. It looks like it was Malumba who went up strong with it on the right side, and she was hammered, heading to the line for two. So a chance to give Mount Mercy another lead, I should say, this evening. They went off to a 2-0 lead, then went down 3-2, and then gained it 6-3. Now the first free throw, no good, as the second one from Malumba is up and true. So she's the leading scorer here for the Mustangs so far this evening, as they will get into the three-quarters pressure, and Graceland breaks it once again. Right side they go, driving middle of the lane. That one's tough off the glass, up and in for two. Boy, that's a good move there by Caitlin Sudduth, the senior guard out of Illinois, as Graceland broke the pressure. Here's Brianna Thomas with it out top for the Mustangs. She has it off to Malumba. And Malumba will drive left side, now looking to head right back into the paint, and she's fouled on the floor. The hand check called there on number 1 in Navy. That's Natalie Ratliff. And she will head to the line, I believe, for a 1-and-1. 4:39 left to play here in the first quarter. 9-7 Graceland lead as Malumba cuts into it. Now 9-8 in favor of the 8-1 Sting. Second free throw from Malumba is up and true, and give her 5 on the evening, the leading scorer. Both teams having a bit of trouble breaking the pressure as Graceland gets it in the front court here this time. Left wing, that 3 is up, and it's off the back of the iron hard from J.C. Cleaver. Rebound down to Mount Mercy, and here comes Kawakami. He's with it left side. As at top of the key. Into the lineup for Mount Mercy is number 5, that's Lakin Goodman. As the 3 there is up and good. Brianna Thomas all nylon. Second triple of the evening for Thomas, as Mount Mercy has crawled back to a 3-point edge. This time the Mustangs fall back into a man-to-man pressure. With it out top, Graceland, good defense by the Mustangs. The drive in quick. Cleaver again for 3, and this one goes. Well, that was a good look from Cleaver. She didn't get the last one to go, but wasn't shy about letting that one rip. And it's true as we're tied 12-12. Thomas with it now for Mount Mercy, trapped in the corner off to Kawakami. Right side, there's a triple on its way. It's up, and it's good. All money from Lakin Goodman. Well, good way to break the pressure there if you're Mount Mercy. Swing it side to side. Goodman was wide open, and she knocked down the open jumper. Here comes Graceland attacking right back at it the other way, though. Strong drive, no good. Layup off the mark. And here come the Mustangs. Trying to build on a 15-12 lead here with 2:55 left to play in the first quarter. Thomas with it out front. She'll launch from three. That one short off the front iron. Good look from Thomas. She had a great screen from Malumba. As Graceland will push the other way, there's another triple up, and that one's good. Another three, that one by Natalie Ratliff. Rattles home from the left side. And we are tied once again. Thomas with it into the front court for the Mustangs. Gives way. And that one's rejected. Well, good move there by Hampton. She went up strong, but that one was rejected. And the other way, coast to coast, goes Caitlin Sudduth all the way through the lane for the lay-in. And that's a quick timeout from Mount Mercy. So back and forth we go here in the first period. 17-15. Graceland lead. The Mustangs have hung in there so far. And it's really been Brianna, Thomas, and Audrey Malumba on the scoring end for Mount Mercy. Malumba with 5 and Thomas with 6. 2 triples for her as we near the 2-minute mark here in the first period. The extended pressure has forced turnovers on both sides, but it looks like both teams have now calmed down offensively and really started to fill it up. As Mount Mercy will inbound here from underneath the Graceland basket, and the Sting, it looks like, will apply pressure once again. Mount Mercy inbounds with no trouble to Kawakami. Now she's trapped in the corner, and that one's stolen. No, it's not. It's tipped right in the hands of Goodman. Malumba with it, racing the other way, and it's out of bounds. So a good pass there by Goodman. She had Malumba streaking on the right side. That one just too hot for her as it went in and out of her hands. And Graceland will take over. It's Day back into the lineup to run the point for the Sting. As that one stolen away, Malumba with it the other way. Layup is up and true. A good steal there by Malumba. Day lobbed that one over to her counterpart. I believe it was Rodriguez, and it was ripped away by Malumba. Now Graceland trying to match. Day with it out front. Driving middle. Good pass. That one's deflected away. Day looking into the paint for Dawkins, and I thought she had her at first, but that one was deflected out of bounds, I believe, by Goodman. A great play from the senior. Graceland inbounding from the side, and here is Ratliff. She gives off. That three is short, and here comes Malumba and the Mustangs. Up ahead, Kawakami with it. Middle of the court. She'll drive all the way up, and that one short off the iron. It was a good move by Kawakami to get to the hoop. She left it short off glass, but it will retain. Beg your pardon, it will stay with Mount Mercy. It looks like inadvertent whistle there as Mount Mercy inbounds. That's Kawakami inside. Good pass down low. And it's off the glass too strong, but Malumba right there for the rebound. Hampton left it off glass too strong. Malumba comes down with it. Thomas with the left side. Inside Hampton. Going to work again. Down low. She goes off glass with the left this time, and it's up and in. Good move by Hampton down low. She's not afraid to work hard in the paint, and she's rewarded with the bucket there. Just like that, the Mustangs back to a 19-17 lead. Day with it now, center court for the Sting. Out back now after the three-pointer was off the mark. Looking right side to Sudduth. As she dribbles, goes middle of the lane, lays it off glass, up and in. Good move by Kaylin Sudduth. Boy, it looked like she reversed hands mid-air. Went up with the left, draws the body, and she'll head to the line for one, trying to give the Sting a three-point advantage. 29 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. as Sudduth heads the line and gives Graceland a 1-point edge. 20-19 as subs will come in now for Graceland. Looks like number 3, Abby Kennard, into the game as she will trap baseline. Mount Mercy breaks it. Here's Goodman with it again. She'll pull up from 3. That one short off the front iron. Good look. Rebound down to Hampton. She's up with it and left that one too short. A good rebound by Hampton as the Mustangs had another great chance to take the lead. Now 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Day with it out front. She's calling for a screen right side. Drives. Baseline, lays it up, and that one's off glass, no good, but she draws the foul. I believe it's on Goodman, and it is. I thought Goodman played pretty good defense there. Day in the lane, really had nowhere to go, but she draws the body and will head to the line for 2. So with 2.9 left here in the first quarter, Mount Mercy trails by 1 as Day heads to the line, and the first free throw is up and good. Day now with 4 points. Second one off the mark. Brianna Thomas with it for the Mustangs. Half-quarter heave at the buzzer. In and out, but I do not believe it would have counted. So Mount Mercy has battled through 1. The 8-1 Graceland Sting in town, and the Mustangs trail by 2 as we hit the second period. We will take a short commercial break and be back with the second quarter and much more. You're listening to the Mustangs live stream network. Back with you here on the Mustangs live stream network as we're set to begin the second period right here from the Hennessy Center on the campus of Mount Mercy University. The Graceland Sting in town for a conference doubleheader. The women tipped off here moments ago at 5:30. We're through one quarter, and the men will follow us at 7:30 as Graceland will inbound here to start the second quarter. Mount Mercy trails by 2. After an up-and-down first quarter, both teams getting hot about halfway through. And the three-point ball became the great equalizer as Graceland will launch again. And that's a triple for the Sting. Boy, the step-back 3 for Dawkins. And just like that, Graceland has a 5-point lead. So here's Thomas with it, breaking the pressure for Mount Mercy. There's a 10-foot pull-up. That one too long off the back iron, but a good look by Thomas, and Graceland will look to push. Now they back it out. There's another triple on its way. That one short off the back iron, and that's a rebound down to Brianna Thomas. Boy, she's been all over the place for the Mustangs here in the early going. As she looks left side, that's Malumbo with it now, dribbling back towards the top of the key. Thinks about the 3. Now they work it inside. Backside, that's Brianna Thomas. She'll launch from 3. That one too hard off the mark, but the rebound down to Sheck. Parashek, good rebound as they work inside now. That's off glass, no good. Oh, wow. Good move by Moffitt as she went up strong. No call on the other end, and Graceland up with an easy 2. Boy, in transition, Mount Mercy just did not get back on that one as they'll go right at the hoop. That one's off the mark. I believe it was Kawakami, and it was too strong with the layup off glass. And Graceland will have a chance to extend on their lead. The Sting have came out here in the second quarter with 3 straight buckets. Here's Day with it. She'll drive middle. Hand it off, driving right side, pull-up jumper is good. Boy, good move by Sarah Rodriguez as she hits the 15-footer. Graceland again will apply pressure. There's Brianna Thomas with it. Great ball handling into the front court. She goes up for the lay-in. Left it short off the glass, and Graceland will run. Up ahead, the layup is up and in, and that's Dawkins. Well, Mount Mercy getting good looks at the hoop as the foul there is committed by Day. Brianna Thomas trying to help out her counterpart, Kawakami, with the trap in the corner. And a substitution, Mount Mercy will bring in Goodman, Hampton, and it looks like Hallie Person as well into the game for Mount Mercy. So Thomas, Thomas and Kawakami stay on the court. 3 subs for Mount Mercy. And it looks like Graceland will sub in as well. That's 23. That's Sudduth, who has 7 points on the evening so far. A good first quarter for her. As Mount Mercy now trails 30-19, 7:45 left to play here in the first half. There's Brianna Thomas with it, top of the key. Gives off to Kawakami, inside to Person. She'll think about it. Now other side for Thomas. She drives into the middle of the lane. Good pass down low to Hampton. That's up and in. Well, that's good offense by Mount Mercy there. As they draw within 9, the full court pressure applied, and Hampton will be tagged with a foul. You can't blame her there. He's going after the ball, trying to make a play. And that's her first, or I beg your pardon, that is her second on the evening. Tough break there from the senior. Well, Mount Mercy looking for another stop, as it looks like Malumbo will now check back in for Hampton, who was tagged with her second foul. Graceland with it out top, running the weave. A 30-21 advantage. Here they go, middle of the court. Good defense by Mount Mercy. The 15-foot jumper up and no good. Off the mark was Rodriguez, and here come the Mustangs. Kawakami with it now, left wing. She'll come off the screen, fire from 3. That one's no good. Thomas with the rebound, though. She'll go up with the floater. That one's off the mark, but she gets her own rebound, and Kawakami will set it up. Good offense by the Mustangs. Getting good looks here early in the second quarter. Just can't get them to fall. As Thomas again will fire from 3, and that one's all nylon. Brianna Thomas feeling it from beyond the arc here in the early going. And now the Graceland lead is cut to 6. As the Sting will break the pressure once again. That's a 3 on its way. No good from Sudduth in the corner. And now we have a mad dash for the ball. It's going to be a jump. And it looks like the possession arrow will give it over to Mount Mercy. So another stop for the Mustangs defensively. Just what the doctor ordered as we hit the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. A 30-24 advantage for Graceland. As Thomas will bring it across half court for Mount Mercy. Back to Kawakami now. Now Thomas with it. Right wing goes for Goodman. Her 3 is up and good. The second one of the day for Lakin Goodman. Boy, she likes that right corner as she knocks down the 3, and just like that, an 11-point lead is cut to 3. See if Mount Mercy can get another stop defensively. There's a triple on its way, and that one's up and in. And it's Caitlin Sudduth. She has been on fire for Graceland as Goodman will try again from the right side. And that one's in and out. Almost rattled home for Goodman as Graceland looks to push, and that one's tipped out of bounds back to Mount Mercy. Well, the Mustangs again got a good look. Goodman, that one was halfway down. As Mount Mercy will inbound going the other way. Full court pressure applied once again here by Graceland. It's their staple here in 2018-19, Mount Mercy. Looks like they've been prepared for it as Kamakawa looks left side and up and in. I beg your pardon, comes out. That's Person. Is fouled. Good pass there by Kawakami. Boy, she had the no-look going to Hallie Person, and she went up strong. She'll be rewarded at the line for 2. First one is up and true. Mount Mercy breaking the pressure effectively here in the second quarter. As Person will head to the line for her second. 33-28 Graceland advantage. As the second free throw is up and short by Person, so it will stay a 5-point game. Into the front court for Graceland is Rodriguez. She gives off. Now it's back to her and stolen away by Malumba. The entry pass ripped away. Here comes Kawakami with it. She'll give off to Brianna Thomas. She's had the hot hand here early as she'll lift. Pull-up jumper. That one no good off the left iron. And here comes Graceland looking to run once again. Rodriguez, pull-up 10-footer. Too strong off the back iron. Malumba down with the rebound. Both teams pushing the pace here in the early going. As Kawakami has it up front, she'll bark out the signals. Over to Thomas, now to Goodman. Thomas with it, back out top. She'll fire from three. That one's good. Brianna Thomas finding the bottom of the net here early and often for Mount Mercy as they're back to within two. Once again, full court pressure applied by the Mustangs. Graceland trying to break it. Good pass there inside to Sudduth. Good D by Persons, but that one is up and off glass. Tough move by Sudduth. She gets it to go. Boy, good defense there by Hallie Person. But Sudduth still got the bucket to drop. As Mount Mercy looks back inside, this time it goes to Person. She goes off glass for two. Good move over the left shoulder. Graceland now pushing the other way, and that's an easy two on the other end for number 5, Dawkins. Well, they broke the press, and Dawkins was wide open down the other court. And now a charge called on Brianna Thomas. Well, head coach Micah Mims does not like that call, as it looked like Thomas might have caught a tough break there. The defender was moving with her, and it looked like tried to almost go by on the left side, and she's tagged with the foul. So a tough break there for Mount Mercy. Look for another defensive stop. Rodriguez with it now down low, and it's saved. Up with the shot is 33 in Navy. That's Bowden. The baseline jumper is good. And now it's knocked out of bounds, and we'll see it's back to Mount Mercy. So 3:11 left here to play in the second quarter. Once again, Graceland applying pressure. Brianna Thomas now breaks it again for the Mustangs. She's been on fire from deep here in the first half as she looks inside to Person. Now she'll drive left side. Good move there, and she left it short. But Malumba is there with the rebound for Mount Mercy, and Kawakami will set it back up for the Mustangs. Mount Mercy been crashing the glass hard as Kawakami lets it fly from deep, and she's got another triple. Well, just like that, Mount Mercy has it back to 3, and we'll see if they can get another stop here with 2:30 left to play in the first half. Graceland breaks it again. There's Sudduth in the corner left side, and that triple is good. So back-to-back threes for each side as both continue to apply full court pressure. Kawakami breaks it once again for Mount Mercy. 2:10 left to play here in the first half. Back to Kawakami. Right side, she drives, floater is up, and it's good. Off the back iron, smooth move there by Kawakami, the senior. And it's back to a 4-point lead. Right side, that's Sudduth again for Graceland. That three is off the mark. Here comes Kawakami. She's had the hot hand of late for Mount Mercy. Good pass off to Person, who lays it up and in. Boy, another no-look from Kawakami, and Person finishes it off. It's a 42-40 advantage. As Graceland again tries to draw pressure, they do, and they break it. And that time it looks like it's number 4, Khalees Bayer, who goes up strong. Hammered on her way to the hole, and she'll go to the line for two. Bayer, the sophomore out of Memphis, Missouri. Her first action here this evening, and first free throw is up and in. 1:33 left to play here in the first half. Mount Mercy, the Mustangs have battled the 8-1 Graceland Sting thus far. Second free throw is up and true. Thomas will look to inbound. She finds Kawakami with the left side. The trap is there, but they break it. Now Thomas flies into the front court. Looking left wing, that's Goodman up. Three is good. Lakin Goodman with another triple. And Mount Mercy continues to stay hot from beyond the arc. As Graceland pushes the other way, it's going to be Kawakami tagged with another foul. It's a block on the side. So both teams continue to break pressure. The difference has been Mount Mercy on fire from beyond the arc, which has really kept them in this game, now just trailing by one with 1:18 left to play. Shot clock resets at 30 for Graceland. As Sudduth has it out front, she's the leading scorer for the Sting. She'll give off Rodriguez. That's a deep three on the way, and it's off the mark. Rebound down to, but it looks like, two players. It's going to be a jump ball. I think it was Malumba who was in there for Mount Mercy. But nonetheless, this one will stay with the Sting. A great first half of action we've had here inside the Hennessy Center, as Sudduth has it here, left wing for Graceland. Looking for anyone, she finds now Rodriguez right side. And she'll go middle of the lane, looking corner. The three is on its way. That one's too hard off the back of the iron. Rebound down to Person. And here comes Brianna Thomas. She'll stop. Pop from three. That one's on the way. No good. Rebound, though. Down to Malumba, but I don't believe she could save it out of bounds. Actually, I beg your pardon. It's off of, it looks like, Bowden. And she's wondering why that's not Graceland basketball, but Mount Mercy will keep it. Here comes the inbounds. There's Goodman again from three. That one off the mark, too strong. Good play. Goodman had a solid look at it. As now with 30 seconds left to play, about an 8-second difference between shot and game clock here. Graceland will run it down. Rodriguez calling for it. She gets it back top of the key, guarded by Malumba. She drives right side. And it's going to be a blocking foul on 23 in white. Rodriguez tried to drive by her right side, and I think Malumba got just enough body as Rodriguez will head to the line for a 1-and-1. So 1 point advantage for Graceland, leading scorer so far for Mount Mercy. As Ben Malumba, she's got 15 as the first free throw is up and true. I beg your pardon. It's Brianna Thomas, 14 on the night. As the second free throw is up and in. And with 20 seconds to play here in the first half, Mount Mercy will inbound with Graceland pressure. Into the lineup for the Mustangs is Sheck, as Thomas will break the pressure once again into the front court. 10 now on the clock, looking for Sheck. Sheck has it left side over left wing to Malumba. Malumba has it top of the key. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Grayson. The floater is up and good. Boy, smooth move by Malumba. It didn't look like she had much to work with, but nonetheless, the floater is up and good, and Mount Mercy gets a bucket just seconds before the half expires. So with one half in the books, it's Graceland 46, Mount Mercy 45. It's been an offensive display here in the first half, as we will take a short break here on the Mustang Streaming Network and be back with the second half stats and much more right here inside the Hennessy Center. Back with you at the half inside the Hennessy Center on the campus of Mount Mercy University as the men take the floor for warm-ups here. A doubleheader, conference doubleheader, I should say. Tonight on the campus of Mount Mercy, the Graceland Sting taking on the Mount Mercy Mustangs as we kick off this great night of college hoops. The first half between the women's squads, 46-45. It was a three-point affair from beginning to end there in the first half for both teams. Graceland with a 46-45 advantage as we run through the stats. First for the visiting Sting, the leading scorer is none other than Caitlin Sudduth. She's got 12 points, or I beg your pardon, she's got 15 points off on the evening. She's followed by number 5 in Navy. That's Dawkins. She has 7 points. And then number 3, that's J.C. Cleaver. She has 5, the leading scorers there for Graceland. For your Mustangs, boy, they were lighting it up from beyond the arc from 3, an absolute shootout. And we'll start with the leading scorer. That is Audrey Malumba. Malumba with 15, including a floater there at the buzzer to bring Mount Mercy within 1. Brianna Thomas not far behind her with 12 points at the half, all on triples. She was 4 of 7 from 3. And then you got to look at Lakin Goodman. 3 of 6 from beyond the arc for 9 points there in the first half. I'm going to also bring into play Hallie Person, who really was a huge force down low for the Mustangs. A couple huge buckets there when she came in solid action and then was great on the defensive end. Both teams been using pressure quite frequently there in the first half. Full court pressure. Both used it to their advantage early. There was 4 turnovers within the first minute and a half of play, but then finally both teams settled in and the scoring began to come much more easy. As take a look at the scoreboard there, 46-45 advantage for Graceland. As I've already mentioned, we have a doubleheader here this evening inside the Hennessy Center. The men will play host to Graceland at 7:30 right after we conclude the women's broadcast. But we still have a huge second half ahead of us. The Mustangs come into play tonight, 3-4 on the season, looking for their first conference win. Graceland 2-1 in conference, 8-1 overall. So it would be a huge, huge win for Mount Mercy here in the early going as they try to pick up a big-time home win over one of the top teams in the conference tonight. As we look ahead to the boys' 7:30 scheduled start as well. Graceland, the defending national champs, coming into play tonight at 6-2 on the season. Mount Mercy men at 3-3. 2-1 in the conference is Mount Mercy. 2-1 in the conference is Graceland. So it's going to be a battle for supremacy here this evening as we are 9 minutes away from tip here in the second half. We will take one last commercial break and come back with our final analysis of the first half of play, what to look forward to here in the second. As we get underway here, 46-45 first half advantage for Graceland over Mount Mercy. A three-point shooting affair in the first half as we look forward to much more exciting action here from the Hennessy Center. You're listening to Mount Mercy Basketball and the Mustangs live stream network. Back with you here on the Mustangs live stream network inside the Hennessy Center, ready for second half action between your Mount Mercy Mustangs and the visiting Graceland Sting. And boy, what a dandy of a first half we had here tonight. 46-45, Graceland leads it at the half, but Mount Mercy trailing at 1 point, 30-19, comes all the way back behind a barrage of three-pointers. And now only trails by one as we get set to kick off the second half. It looks like starting five out on the floor for Graceland, and for Mount Mercy, well, it looks like it will be the same. So here we go, kicking things off, I believe, and it will be Mount Mercy basketball. Brianna Thomas will inbound for the Mustangs. 12 points in the first half for her, behind four three-pointers. She'll be guarded by Rodriguez for Graceland, who had 7 in the first half herself, as Day looks for the steal there for Graceland early, but it's into the hands of Kawakami. Backdoor cut, up and in, and Malumba finishes. Boy, what a great pass by Kawakami. I'll tell you, she has got the no-look down, and Malumba finishes at the rim. Full court pressure applied once again by the Mustangs, as that one is thrown away right into the hands of Brianna Thomas. She looks to push, now looks right side. Kawakami for three. Oh, nylon. Oh, money from the senior out of Hawaii. And Mount Mercy, just like that, has a 4-point advantage. So the pressure rattling the Sting early as that three-pointer is off the mark. I believe that was Dawkins, and it was, who left it short in the corner as Mount Mercy will drive. Good kick, and the finish in the lane by Moffitt. Great pass by Sheck. Timeout, Graceland. Boy, what a start to the second half here for Mount Mercy. They go on a 7-0 run to take a 6-point lead with 9 minutes left in the half, and whatever Coach Mims had to say at halftime, it sure worked as the Mustangs came out firing. Kawakami with a great no-look pass into the lane to Malumba, who finished for the first two. Then it was Brianna Thomas with a steal and assist to Kawakami for three. And then just moments ago, it was Paris Sheck to Sarah Moffitt, who finishes off the 7-0 run and forces Frank Howell to call a timeout for Graceland. So a great start here for the Mustangs, who are looking to pick up their first conference win of the year here this evening. And right now, things are looking good. Let's see if the Mustangs will apply pressure once again, and it looks like they will. Brianna Thomas and Kawakami out of the top of this press. They inbound to Day. Now back to Dawkins. Day will bring it across half court, driving right side into the lane. She's the floor general for this Graceland team. Looks left side. The three is up, and it's over the top of the rim, out of bounds. Good look there, though, by Graceland. That was J.C. Cleaver with the three off the mark. And Mount Mercy will inbound. Again, Graceland with pressure this time. The trap left side, nowhere to go with it. Thomas finds Kawakami. She'll race into the front court. Good pass, right wing. Moffitt three on its way. Good look, just short off the left iron. Good pass there by Kawakami. And Moffitt just left it a bit short. Now Graceland with it out front. It's Day barking out the signals. With the top of the key, guarded by Kawakami. And she's looking for the screen, left side. Day with it now. She'll reverse over to Bowden. Back to Day now. Driving, good hesitation move off glass. That one's up and in. That was a good shimmy by Day to give Graceland their first two of the second half. And now Mount Mercy, Malumba into the front court. Right around the defender, up and in. Boy, Malumba went right around the defender, Kaylee Bodden, and finishes at the rim for two. Give Malumba 13 on the evening now, as Graceland will work into the front court. There's a three on its way. That one is up and in. Good look there from Dawkins as she hits her fourth three of the evening. Thomas with it into the front court. Mount Mercy trying to hold on to a 3-point lead, and the layup Up and in by Moffitt. No, it's out. As she goes back, he gets a rebound, is fouled. Boy, good look by Brianna Thomas. As she went up for two, or I beg your pardon, Moffitt went up for the layup off the dish from Thomas. Missed it, but got her own rebound and was hacked going back up. So she'll head to the line for two. 81% free thrower on the season as the first one is up and true. The lead back to 4 as Graceland subs in number 32. That's Emma Burns. As Bodden subs out. The second free throw up for Moffitt. Off the front of the iron, no good. So a 4-point edge for Mount Mercy as Day works it in the front court all the way to the hole. Her layup too strong off the back of the iron. Battle for the rebound. Down to Mount Mercy. Looking up ahead. And the three-pointer by Kawakami is up and too strong off the back iron. Boy, that was a good pass by Sheck. Kawakami was open on the right wing, just left it too long. Day with it now for Graceland. She's been the go-to here in the second half. Beautiful pass, backdoor goes Cleaver for two. And this one, a foul on Day, and that's going to be a reach-in. I believe, yes, it is on Day. She goes over almost over the side of Brianna Thomas, who will inbound for the Mustangs. That's 3 on Day, so she'll have to be careful here in the second half with 6:45 left to play in the third quarter. Right side for Malumba. She thought about the 3. Now she'll bring it back top of the key over to Kawakami. Back to Malumba. She'll launch from 3, and that one's off the mark, in and out of the hands of Moffitt, and Graceland pushes the other way. That's Rodriguez. She goes up strong off glass. It's no good, but she'll head to the line for 2. So coast to coast for Rodriguez. As the layup is too strong, but she's rewarded with the foul and will head to the line for 2. .84% on the season, and the first one is up and true for Rodriguez. In for Graceland, number 23, Caitlin Sudduth, and in for the Mustangs, that's number 15. Ariana Hampton gave some great minutes in the first half off the bench as both free throws are up and in. Graceland applying pressure. Malumba with it. She gives off. The 3 is up, and it looks like it was short off the shot from Kawakami, but Mount Mercy comes down with the rebound. Over to Thomas, now right side to Malumba. She's been the hot hand here in the second half as she drives left side. And a block is called there on Graceland, a player down. Can't see who exactly it is. And she did take a hit there from Malumba, who's driving in the lane. It's 23, Caitlin Sudduth. We hope she's okay. She's back on her feet. As it looks like the foul is on the floor, Mount Mercy will inbound from underneath their own hoop. So here's Thomas driving baseline. Scoop up and in. Boy, a tough move there from Brianna Thomas, the junior. Split 2 defenders and laid it up and in. And now the pressure applied by Mount Mercy works in their favor. It's a turnover. Tough pass to handle there for Rodriguez. And it looks like we have a timeout on the floor. Graceland will use their second of the half. So we'll stay with you here through the timeout. 57-55 lead for Mount Mercy. They have came out with tons of energy here in this second half. They trailed 46-45 at the break and now have outscored the Sting here in the second half, holding a 2-point advantage with 5:52 left to play. If you're just joining us, it's a doubleheader here tonight from the Hennessy Center. We will have the men's game coming up right here on the Mustang Livestream Network, 7:30 tip. But still work to be done for the Mustangs here in the first. 3-4 on the season as Mount Mercy trying to pick up their first conference win. Graceland 8-1. Trying to hold off a Mustang team that has came back here in the second half to take a 2-point advantage. Now Mercy with it now. Left key is Thomas. She's had the hot hand. That jumper is off. No good. Hampton comes down with the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds off the hands of Rodriguez for Graceland, so Mount Mercy will retain possession. Hampton gave some quality minutes off the bench so far for Mount Mercy. A great offensive board there, and we'll see what the Stangs draw up off the inbounds play. Here's Thomas with it. Nowhere to go as the pass is picked up there by Scheck. Saves it from an over and back. Over to Thomas. 15 on the shot clock, and Thomas has trouble with the dribble, and it's a jump ball. It looks like it will head back over to Graceland. So a turnover there for the Mustangs. Will give it back to the Sting, who trail by 2. Rodriguez with it for Graceland. She gives off to Natalie Ratliff. Back to Rodriguez. They break the pressure. That's Sudduth with it now. Rodriguez nowhere to go. Good denial there by Kawakami. Into the middle of the lane now. Backside, the 3 by Ratliff. No, a pump fake. She'll drive in. Floater is up and no good. Rodriguez with it now, retaining possession for Graceland. And what do we have? A whistle. Well, on the floors, the officials come together to discuss here. I'm not sure if there was a foul tagged on Mount Mercy, as we're going to get an explanation momentarily. .454 left to play here in the third quarter. 57-55 Mount Mercy lead, as it looks like the Mustangs will make a substitution while the officials are at the scores table. It's going to be Lakin Goodman, who came off the bench in the first half for 9 points, 3 3-pointers. She'll sub in for Paris Scheck. Great minutes to start the half, as now the coaches will get an explanation. And I believe it was an inadvertent whistle, as these officials are talking to Frank Howell, the Graceland coach, about what exactly may have happened. The ball is set to be inbounded underneath Graceland's hoop. They will retain possession. So I don't believe there's a foul called on Mount Mercy, as it looks like we'll be set to go here. Both coaches aware of the situation. And the inbounds now will come into Graceland. Nowhere to go with it. Good denial by Mount Mercy. Sudduth with it out front. 2 on the shot clock. That shot ripped away. Good defense by Mount Mercy. That's Hampton, who rejected the pass. Over to Brianna Thomas now. She gets a screen, goes right side. Thomas back with it in the lane. Good pass. Shot is up and no good. Good look there from Malumba, who gave it back to Thomas, who was wide open at the free throw line, just missed the jumper. Three-pointer now from Sudduth, up on its way. No good. That's short off the iron. Offensive rebound, though, down to J.C. Cleaver. Good rebound by Cleaver, as we are back knotted at 57. Thomas with it, top of the key for Mount Mercy. She had the hot hand in the first half, as she gives off to Lakin Goodman, who will swing right side to Malumba. Malumba with it now, top of the key. Driving left side, nowhere to go, over to Hampton. She'll drive baseline, good move. Ball rejected right away, but Hampton goes right back up with it. Good offensive play. She goes up for 2. That was good initial defense by Bowden, but Hampton got it right back and went up strong for 2. As now Sudduth will launch again from 3, and that one is pure. She is not afraid to shoot it. That's her 4th 3 on the night, and that gives Graceland their first lead here in the second half, as Hampton goes strong back up with it. This time, no good. It looks like she was hitting the eye, and here comes Graceland running the other way, and that's Rodriguez up and in for 2. And now Mount Mercy troubled by the pressure. Rodriguez with the steal. Going the other way, gives off. Sudduth will launch again from three. This one well short. And we have a foul here on, it looks like, Graceland. That's going to be on number 1, Natalie Ratliff. No. Yes, it is. On Ratliff going over the back. So good box out there by Kawakami. As Mount Mercy got a little stagnant here with 2:57 left to play in the third period. Now trailing by 3. Goodman with it off the inbounds. Back to Kawakami. She breaks the pressure and will go strong to the hole. That one is up and no good, but she draws the foul. She went up and under there for the lay-in. It's off the mark, but she'll head to the line for 2. Mount Mercy now trailing by 3 with 2:50 left to play here in the third quarter. First free throw is up and off the back iron, no good. Subbing in for Mount Mercy as well, that's 33, Leah Brown. Brown with some great minutes off the bench in the first half. As we have a timeout on the floor. So with 2:50 left to play, we have a 2-point ball game, 62-60. Graceland leads this one. We will take a short commercial break and be back with the third and much more right here on the Mustangs live stream network. Colin Brown back here with you on the Mount Mercy Mustangs live stream network. Mount Mercy trails 8-1 Graceland, 62-60 with 2:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Mount Mercy once again brings pressure, now falls back into a man-to-man. The three-pointer up on the way, no good there, but the rebound down and the foul called. The rebound down to J.C. Cleaver. She went up strong, and Lakin Goodman is tagged with the foul. Didn't like the call, but nonetheless, Cleaver will go to the line for 2. Nine points for Cleaver on the night, 78% from the free throw stripe so far this year, and the first one is up and in. Checking in for Goodman is Malumba. Good minutes off the bench for number 5 in white. Second free throw from Cleaver is up and true. We'll see if Mount Mercy can break this pressure once again. Thomas and Kawakami calling for the ball. Thomas has it now. As she is trapped left side, and it's stolen away. Going in for 2 is Natalie Ratliff, just too tall for Thomas's pass. There was Ratliff, and she intercepts it, lays it in for 2. Here's Kawakami, the three-pointer on the way. No, off the front iron. Good look from the senior there. And here comes the sting. Graceland with a chance to extend on their 6-point lead. That's Rodriguez now, and the pass is too wide for her. That's Sudduth. Threw it just too wide for the point guard, Rodriguez, and Mount Mercy catches a break. Mustangs have gone scoreless here over the last 2:20. Looking for their first basket, trailing by 6. Here's Hampton with it into the front court. Back to Thomas, who has the top of the key. Coach Mims barking out the signals for the Mustangs, and here's Brown with it inside Hampton. Goes up strong, and it's rejected. Blocked away. Good defense there by Ratliff as she brings it in the front court. Hampton guarding her top of the key. Now Mercy desperately needing another stop here on the defensive end. Sudduth with it now, right side. Over to Cleaver. Now they go inside. Good defense there on Dawkins, and that one's knocked out of bounds by Hampton. Good defense by Mount Mercy. As Hampton will check out, and in comes the sophomore Sarah Moffitt. Good minutes off the bench there for Hampton. As Graceland will inbound with 4 on the shot clock. Sudduth with it now, top of the key. Gets the screen. Jumper on the way, no good, and that's a shot clock violation. Good defense from Mount Mercy. So with 1 minute left to play now in the third quarter, Kawakami will bring it across the half-court stripe and is looking for Brown underneath, and that one sails too high. A good look there from Kawakami just off the fingertips of Brown, and Mount Mercy will turn it back over. Here's Day with it. Up ahead to Dawkins into the front court for Graceland. Corner pocket, 3 on its way, short. Good look, but rebound down to Day. She looks behind her. There's a shot up and in, no good. Good look by Dawkins. Great pass by Day, but Graceland can't finish. And here comes Mount Mercy trying to cut in to this 6-point lead. There's Brown, up and in. Boy, good first step there by Brown, and she lays it in for 2. Great minutes off the bench for 33 and White so far. 30 seconds left, 9-second difference between shot and game clock, and that is Sudduth to the hole and 1. Off glass, she just went dribble drive with the right hand, laid it up for 2. And she's going to the line for another. She's been the leader all night for Graceland, now at 20 points on the evening. Free throw is up, and it's off the mark. Rebound down to Brown. So it remains a 6-point lead, and here comes Mount Mercy. Thomas with it. Inside they go. Double team comes back over to Brown. Brown now will launch for 3. That one's too hard off the back iron. Rebound down to Graceland. Sudduth pushing the other way. 8 seconds left here in the first half. Great pass up ahead. Lost it. Up and in for 2. Sudduth to Dawkins for 2. Less than a second. The heave at the buzzer. No good by Thomas. And after 3, it's Graceland with a 70-62 advantage as we head to the fourth quarter. Mount Mercy, tale of 2 halves here in the third quarter. Started the quarter hot, took a 4-point advantage, and now trails by 8 as we hit the fourth inside the Hennessy Center. We'll take a short commercial break and be back with the fourth quarter and much more right here on the Mustang Live Stream Network. You're listening to Mount Mercy Basketball. Back with you here on the Mount Mercy Mustangs live stream network, ready for fourth quarter action between the Graceland Sting and your Mount Mercy Mustangs. Mount Mercy will inbound here from center court, trailing 70-62 after 3. Got off to a hot start there at the start of the third quarter, but Graceland came crawling back to end the period with an 8-point advantage. As Mount Mercy has it top of the key, that's Kawakami. She dribbles right side, now back to her left. Screen set by Malumba. They go inside, up and in. Count the basket for Sarah Moffitt, and one. A beautiful post move over her left shoulder, and she'll go to the line for one. What a way to start the fourth quarter. Beautiful play drawn up there by Coach Mims. As Moffitt goes up and in for two. Free throw on its way, off the mark. But nonetheless, the lead back to 6. Here's Day with it into the front court for Graceland, and we're going to have a foul called on Kawakami there. Looks like her hand got in the way of Day's drive. And that's her third, team first here in the quarter, as they will inbound underneath the hoop, up and in. Good play call there by Coach Howell. That's Dawkins who lays it in for two. They will pressure, and here comes Mount Mercy breaking the pressure very nicely. Up ahead, the no-look pass. Laying it up and in is Malumba. Beautiful look there by Kawakami again, as Malumba lays it up and in now with 15 on the evening. But here's Day coming across half court. Over to Sudduth. Corner three is up. No good off the back iron. Offensive rebound, but it's knocked away, and Malumba takes it away. Now Mercy pushing. Kawakami in the corner for three. Rattles in and out. Good look for Mount Mercy. They're pushing the pace. And here comes Sudduth the other way trying to do the same. Her layup off the mark, no good. And it looks like we have a jump ball. I believe it will go back. No, it will not go back to our Mustangs. Graceland will have it. As we have a substitution for the Sting, it looks like number 3, that's J.C. Cleaver, will enter for number 15, Haley Leisinger. Inbound over to Sudduth. She drives left side. Good pick there by Malumba. Good defense, strong move as the three is up this time, and it's good. From 33, that's Kaylee Bodden. Boy, what a shot. As Mount Mercy will push the other way. Good pass from Malumba. Up and in. Once again, it's Moffitt off the assist from Malumba, and Mount Mercy is staying right in this ball game. What a beautiful bounce pass there by Malumba, as Moffitt lays it up and in, and will go to the charity stripe for one more. Boy, back and forth we go here inside the Hennessy Center. 75-68, Graceland lead, as the free throw by Moffitt is up and true. Mount Mercy will drop back man-to-man here in the fourth quarter as Day brings it across for Graceland. They'll run the weave out top. Here comes Rodriguez. She wants it out front. Good denial by Malumba. Nowhere to go with it. Now back door is Sudduth. She swings left side. The three is up. That one is too strong off the back iron by Dawkins. Rebound down to Moffitt. Sheck will push for Mount Mercy. That's Thomas. Up and in. The three in transition is true. She was hot in the first half, and now in the fourth quarter is picking up right where she left off. It's back to just a 3-point lead now for Graceland. Mount Mercy getting hot here in the fourth quarter. That three is off the mark from J.C. Cleaver. Rebound down to Mount Mercy, and here comes Sheck into the front court. She's been a great floor general for Mount Mercy thus far tonight, as Thomas now has it top of the key. She looks for Moffitt, who's back to Thomas. Right side, looking for a shot. Nowhere to go with it. She will just fire away, and it's good! Just like that, we are tied here inside the Hennessy Center. Back-to-back triples from Brianna Thomas has Mount Mercy right back in this ball game. Now here's Rodriguez driving. There's the shot, up and in, blocked, no good. Foul called on the putback. I believe that's Dawkins who will head to the line for two. It was a good pass, bounce pass I should say, from Rodriguez, who beat her defender in the lane and laid it off for Dawkins, who will head to the line trying to give Graceland back the lead. First free throw is up and in. And now Kawakami will come out of the game for Mount Mercy. In checks Lakin Goodman. 7:04 left to play. Mount Mercy giving Graceland all they can handle as the second free throw is up and true. So out checks Sudduth for Graceland. In checks Natalie Ratliff, as Graceland will apply full court pressure. Mulumba with it out top. She's trapped, and it's stolen away. Good defense there, and Mulumba's tagged with the foul as well. So Rodriguez picked the steal and then took it all the way to the hoop herself, went up with the left. The layup did not go, but she'll head the line for two, and will try to extend this Graceland lead. First free throw is up and in. A solid contributor here this evening for the Sting has been Sarah Rodriguez. Second free throw is up and in. Now a 4-point advantage, as that one's stolen away by Rodriguez. Right back at it, and another foul. This one called on Sheck. Coach Mims for Mount Mercy can't believe it, as Rodriguez will head back to the line. So back-to-back steals for Sarah Rodriguez have really hampered the Mount Mercy offense, as she can extend the lead to either 5 or 6 as the first free throw is up and in. Graceland 8 of 8 from the charity stripe here in the second half. Second free throw by Rodriguez is again up and pure. This time it will be Thomas to inbound for Mount Mercy. Into Sheck, who will break the pressure and get it over to Lakin Goodman. Get it up ahead to Mulumba, but she loses it. Thomas tracks it down and is trapped. Who will go up off glass? No good. Thomas down with the rebound. And stolen away by Day. The other way goes Day. She lays it up. No good. Rebound down to Rodriguez, though, and she lays it in. Graceland just beat Mount Mercy down the floor that time, and it paid off as the rebound came down to Rodriguez. And another steal. This time it's into the hands of Rodriguez. Goodman tried to throw that one over the top. It was batted away, and Rodriguez stole it. Now Rodriguez in the lane will fly up and in. No, it comes out no good. But she'll head back to the line for two. Boy, Rodriguez has really been the focal point here in the fourth quarter for Graceland. It's going to be 3 straight trips to the line for Rodriguez. She's made her first 4, as this one is up and in. Give her 19 on the evening now, as Mount Mercy, who just a few moments ago trailed by 3, now trails by 9. Second free throw is up and true for Rodriguez, and we'll see if Mount Mercy can break the pressure here, and Thomas does so. She drives middle of the lane. Now we'll back it out. Sheck with it now, right side, gives off to Kawakami. Over to Moffitt. She thought about the 3. Back to Kawakami, who drives right side. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Rodriguez. There's the pass in the lane that's stolen away. Rodriguez once again with the steal. The pass up ahead. Layup off glass. Boy, tough break for the Mustangs. That was deflected by Thomas right into the hands of Dawkins, who lays it off glass for 2. And Coach Mims will use a timeout here now. Mount Mercy trailing by 12. It looks like Hampton will check in for the Mustangs. So, again, back and forth we go in this first of 2 tonight. Mount Mercy was down 11, came back, trailed by only 3, and now it's been a 9-0 Graceland run, as they've taken an 87-75 lead with 5:41 still to play. So plenty of time for this Mount Mercy team to really regain their focus, work out a way to get around this full court pressure, and lock down on defense. But you have to give credit to this Graceland squad. They've came out in the fourth quarter, have played exceptional defense. And how about Sarah Rodriguez? 6 straight points, 3 straight steals for the Sting, and that's really what has turned the tide here in favor of Graceland. Mount Mercy will inbound underneath the Graceland basket, and you guessed it, full court pressure will be applied by the Sting as both teams take the court. Sheck will inbound for the Mustangs. Thomas and Kawakami are the two guards in play here. Kawakami finds Sheck, who finds Thomas. Good way to break the pressure there. Great ball movement. And now they'll run their offense. Inside to Hampton, back out top. Sheck, she will launch from three. In and out, good look. And it's Dawkins down with the rebound. Boy, good look there from Mount Mercy. Tough break for Sheck. That was in and out. And now Day will set it up for Graceland. Good spin move in the lane. Day misses it, lays it off glass again. No good. Strong on the lay-in. And here come the Mustangs. Sheck with it again left side. Nowhere to go. She'll reverse court back to Thomas. We'll see if Brianna can do anything here. She's been the hot hand, and she goes up with a 12-footer, and it's up and in. Just what the doctor ordered for Mount Mercy. Brianna Thomas right on cue. Brings it back within 10. Graceland now into the front court. Dawkins with it out top of the key. She'll give way to Rodriguez. She's been the playmaker here in the second half. Over to Day, back to back to Rodriguez, who drives, and she's checked on the way to the hole. I believe the foul is on Kawakami. And it is. Charisse picks up her fifth, so Charisse Kawakami's night is done, but a valiant effort from the senior. Really played well. 6 assists on the evening, some great plays, and it looks like Malumbo will check in for her. And it will be Malumba checking into the game for her. So Kawakami's night is over, but she battled throughout. And Mount Mercy will try to come back from 10 points down now with 4:16 to play as Rodriguez hits the first at the line. Second one up and true from Rodriguez as the lead extends at 12. Caitlin Sudduth checks in now for Day on the Graceland side. As Sheck now has it for the Mustang. Trying to break the pressure once again. Gets it off to Malumba, and now Thomas. Thomas driving down the left side. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball, and now she finds Sheck top of the key. Back to Thomas. We'll see if Brianna feeds it inside to Hampton. She does. Good reversal there. Malumba in the corner for three. That one's no good, but Moffitt comes down with the rebound. Out top to Sheck. She'll set it up. Driving this time left hand. Scoop layup. No good, but Hampton is there, and the basket will be on the floor. Good rebound that time from Hampton. She came crashing in off glass. As Mount Mercy will inbound now from the baseline. See if the Mustangs can cut into this 12-point advantage. Out top now, they look for Hampton. Back to Thomas. Rana with it, top of the key. She'll get the screen from Moffitt, driving right side, and thought about the three. Now looks for Sheck. Sheck with it, top of the key, driving. And an errant pass thrown away. Moffitt started to cut back door, and Sheck threw it right where she was. It's a turnover as Malumbo will check out. And in for her, number 32. That's Anna LeGrand. So LeGrand in for Malumba. 3:25 left to play. Mount Mercy trailing Graceland 89-77. The Sting 8-1 on the season as they run the weave. Top of the key now, back to Rodriguez. Into the paint, Dawkins back. There's Sudduth in the corner for three. That one's short, off the mark. Moffitt down with the rebound, and Sheck is looking to push. Scheck driving baseline, finds Thomas with it over to LeGrand. LeGrand back to Scheck, almost out of bounds. As Mount Mercy now will run their set. LeGrand with it, left side, looking to go into the paint. She'll find Moffitt. No, it's off her hands and out of bounds. Well, good ball movement by Mount Mercy. But twice now they've had a backdoor cutter, and it's just gone off their hands. A tough break for the Mustangs. Mount Mercy now really needs to stop every possession as that one is up and off the mark by Dawkins, but she gets a rebound back, up and in. Boy, a strong move by the Graceland forward there, Dawkins, as this one is headed for Thomas. She has it left side. Brianna with it now top of the key. Mount Mercy looking to score quickly as possible. Good cross-court pass there to Moffitt. That three off the mark. Battle for the rebound. Down to Scheck. She looks for Mims. Mims barks out the signal, and here come the Mustangs. 2 to play now in the fourth quarter. 91-77 lead as Thomas has it now top of the key. Now driving left side, and she lost it. Thomas ran into a wall. Good defense by Graceland. Here comes Sudduth, who lays it off glass. No good. Rebound down to Hampton. Knocked out of bounds, and it will go back or stay with Mount Mercy. I beg your pardon. .141 left to play. Mulumba back into the lineup alongside Lakin Goodman for Mount Mercy. As Scheck will bring it into the front court. Mulumba with it over to Thomas. She's had the hot hand here this evening. Over to Goodman, back to Mulumba. Inside they go to Hampton. Between a double team, up and draws the foul. Good move there by Hampton in the lane. Boy, she contorted her body through 2 defenders, tried to lay it up off glass. The basket was no good, but she'll head to the line for 2. 1:25 left to play. As Graceland has really taken over here in the fourth quarter, now a 91-77 advantage. As Hampton hits her first free throw, now 91-78. 7 points on the night for Hampton. Done a lot of dirty work inside for this Mount Mercy team, both offensively and defensively. As her second free throw is up and good. Mount Mercy has to have a stop here. They look back out. Thompson, and a blocking foul called on Hampton. Boy, tough break there. The senior in the lane. I thought she had good position down low. And the head referee thought different. As I believe it's Cleaver will head to the line for 2. First one from Cleaver is up and good. In for the Mustangs is Mulamba, checking out 32. That's Anna LeGrand. Good minutes from her off the bench this evening. As Mount Mercy trails by 13, make it 14 with 1:16 left to play. So the Mustangs will have to push here. As Graceland will continue to bring three-quarters court pressure. Rodriguez at the head of that pressure. It's Thomas who gets it over to Scheck. Now Scheck back to Thomas. Thomas going to work top of the key. Has Mulumba right side. Triple on its way. That one's too long. And the rebound down to Dawkins. Mount Mercy gone cold from beyond the arc here of late. Shot the lights out of it early as we're under a minute to play. But the Mustangs have battled. Absolutely battled hard here. And really giving it all they've got. I know they'll probably be disappointed when it's all said and done, but they lit up the scoreboard for much of this game as that shot is blocked by Goodman out of bounds. Mulumba with it now, and she's looking for help. She finds Thomas, who brings it across center court. Thomas with it now. Pull up, 10-footer, too hard off glass. Rebound back down to Thomas, though. Nowhere to go with it, and that one's ripped away. They're diving on the floor, and we have a jump ball. A good effort there by Thomas with 20 seconds left to play. as Mount Mercy will inbound underneath their basket. Malumba with it now in the paint. Good move, strong off glass. No foul call. Then Hampton comes down with the board, and she is fouled. And Malumba is down on the floor. I believe she took a hard hit coming back down from that post move. She went up strong over her left shoulder and came down, I think, on that shoulder. As we will take a break here on the Mustangs live stream network. Be back with you in moments. It's Graceland 93, Mount Mercy 79. You're listening to Mount Mercy basketball on the Mustangs live stream network. Back with you here after the injury timeout. Good news is Audrey Malumba is up. Was helped off the court, but she looks to be okay. As Hampton will head to the line here with 17.1 left in the fourth quarter. First free throw up and good. First I hear news of the injury, I will let our listeners know as Hampton steps to the line for her second free throw. That one is up and true as well. So the inbound now to Rodriguez, 15 to play. 93-81 Graceland leads. She gives off today. And it looks like Graceland will be content running out the clock. So a valiant effort this evening from the Mustangs. Mount Mercy battled their way through the first half, trailed at 1. Took the lead late in the third quarter. But in the fourth, it was too much Graceland sting behind the lead of Caitlin Sudduth, who hit 6 threes in this ballgame to help the Sting improve to 9-1 on the season. Mount Mercy falls to 3-5 on their 2018-19 campaign. But as mentioned, it was a valiant effort. Mount Mercy, well, they were led by Brianna Thomas. She hit 6 threes in the game, 21 points on the night. 22 points on the night, I beg your pardon for her. 15. Hampton had 10 points on the night. Malumba, who just walked off the court here with an injury, looks to be okay at the moment. 19 on the night for her. And then for the visiting Graceland Sting, Caitlin Sudduth, as mentioned, the top scorer there. So Mount Mercy, a valiant effort here this evening, 91-83. The Mustangs fall in the opener of this conference doubleheader. We will take a short break here on the Mustangs live stream network. Up next, it's the men taking the floor. Mount Mercy sitting at 3-3 on the season. They will play host to the defending national champion Graceland Sting, 6-2 on the year. We will have that action and much more coming up right here after this break. It's Mount Mercy basketball on the Mustangs live stream network. Good evening and welcome into this edition of Mount Mercy Basketball on the Mustangs Radio Network. I'm Colin Brown, back with you for the second portion of our double dip this evening, live from the Hennessy Center. It's the Mount Mercy Mustangs taking on the Graceland Sting. A conference doubleheader here this evening. We just watched the Mount Mercy women and Graceland women go at it 4 quarters, a 91-83 win for Graceland. We'll see if Mount Mercy can turn the tides here in the second game of the evening. The Mustangs come into this game at 3-3 on the season, picking up their latest win Monday night here at home. As for Graceland, they're the defending national champs. Their head coach leaves the school to head to Division II Emporia State. The new head coach, Corey Hoff, over with Graceland, and they started this season, or have started this season, 6-2 resume thus far, trying to defend that national championship title. Meanwhile, the Mustangs trying to come in here tonight and pick up another conference win, sitting at 2-1 in conference play. Graceland sitting at 2-1 in conference play as well, so should be a good one here this evening from inside the Hennessy Center on the campus of Mount Mercy University. As we are about 20 seconds here from tip-off, we'll run through the starting lineups briefly with you. First for the visiting Graceland Sting. The 3 guards, we have Keenan Belafant, the junior out of Maplewood, Minnesota. He wears number 0. Number 1, Justin Harley, the senior forward out of Central Islip, New York. Number 2, the junior wing, Ramon Franklin out of Ventura, California. The senior guard, Mo Jackson, number 10, out of Belvedere, Illinois. And finally, the forward down low, Troyon Butler, number 24, out of Victorville, California. And now for your Mount Mercy Mustangs, starting at the point guard position, the senior, 5'11", out of Akron, Ohio, Antoine Strong. Another senior guard, 5'11", out of Solon, Iowa, Emilio Villagrana. A sophomore forward out of Chicago, Illinois, will start at the forward position, Dennis McKinney. A senior forward, 6'4", out of Evanston, Illinois, Michael Bronner Henley, wears number 11. And the big fella down low, the senior, number 15, Mike Evans, stands 6'5", will round it out for the Mustangs. So they're the starting 5 for each team as they announce it here on the court inside the Hennessy Center. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this edition of Mount Mercy Hoops here on the Mustangs Radio Network. If you're just joining us, the first one of this doubleheader here this evening, the women from Graceland and Mount Mercy went at it. A 91-83 victory for Graceland. They improved to 9-1 on the regular season, 3-1 in conference. Mount Mercy fell to 3-5 on the season and 0-4 in conference play. But it's a big clash here this evening as well between the two men's teams. As I mentioned, Graceland, the defending national champs, coming into play this evening. Mount Mercy looking to avenge a loss from last year against this Graceland team and pick up a W, kick off their season starting on the right foot. 3-3 thus far here in the 2018 campaign. But this Mount Mercy team has a lot of promise ahead of them, led by Antoine Strong, who we see running onto the floor right now, announced as the starting guard, a 4-year guy here at Mount Mercy. We'll see a lot of him here this evening as players begin to meet the officials. Meanwhile, Mount Mercy is coached by Aaron Jennings. His 4th year here with the program has taken the team to the NCAA tournament or equivalent of that here in NAIA 2 times in his first 2 seasons, and is looking to do so here for the 3rd time here in 2018-19. So we are almost set for tip. 20 minutes placed up on the clock here. As we get set, both teams huddle around each other for one last second. 3 officials on the floor here this evening. A big-time conference game on a Thursday night right here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the campus of Mount Mercy. We'll let you in on a little of the action here as you see the players taking the floor. Mount Mercy in the home grays. Meanwhile, Graceland rocking the away navy blue. As we get set for tip, it will be number 15, Mike Evans, jumping for your Mount Mercy Mustangs, and for the Graceland Sting, number 24, the big fella down low, Troyan Butler, the 6'8 forward, will jump it for the Sting. And we are about to be underway. Second portion of our doubleheader about to be underway here tonight from the Hennessy Center. We are ready to tip. And it's won immediately by Antoine Strong. He brings it into the front court for Mount Mercy. Gives off to Michael Bronner Henley. Mount Mercy swings it around, the three on its way. And that shot is up and no good from Villagrana. The other way, here comes Graceland, and that one's ripped away by Villagrana. Great look ahead, up and in. Michael Bronner, no, too strong off glass. Boy, what a pass there by Villagrana. Bronner just could not handle the dish, and he threw it off the glass too hard. Good movement so far from Mount Mercy, though. 2-3 zone present here. For Mount Mercy, and Bronner Henley comes down with that rebound. Good box out as the Mustangs look to push. That one saved back inbounds, and here comes Grayson. A little sloppy on both ends of the floor here thus far as we get going into the corner. That's Ramon Franklin with it out top. Now he looks middle. Great pass down low, and it was Justin Harley who couldn't handle it in the paint. Good move there. Good look by Franklin, but Harley could not handle the pass, and it's a turnover for the Sting. Here comes Villagrana into the front court. Over now to the wing to Bronner Henley. Back to Evans. He shoots from three. That one in and out. Good look from Mike Evans at the top of the key. See a lot of this zone pressure from this Mount Mercy team as Grayson looks to get it inside. Now back out. Three on its way from the corner. That's no good by Keenan Belafant. And Mount Mercy will look to run. Here the other way, Bronner Henley. That one rims in and out. Good move by number 11 in gray. Wow, Bronner Henley, the senior, tough bucket there. That one looked halfway down before it rattled out as we're 2 minutes in, still sitting at 0. Graceland trying to attract pressure. That's Franklin in the corner, and he buries the first bucket of the evening. Ramon Franklin, the junior wing out of Ventura, California, hits the triple, and it's a 3-0 lead. Graceland in front. Good ball movement here by Mount Mercy. That one, good pass. Evans up and in, and it falls. Great look there by Antoine Strong. He's the floor general of this Mount Mercy team, and boy, did he lead Evans right into that pass right there. The finish at the rim for 15, and it's a 3-2 lead now. And what do we have? A 10-second call on Graceland. Talk about pressure added or ramped up there by Mount Mercy. They do the job. 10-second call, and it's a turnover back to Mount Mercy. Villagrana inbounds to Strong, who brings it across the timeline over the wing to Evans. Now over to Bronner Henley. Down low, they're looking for Evans again, and that one's batted out of bounds. Good hands by Justin Harley, the senior out of New York, to bat that one away. Mount Mercy trying to take their first lead of the evening. They get inside. That one's too long off the glass. It looked like Strong lost it. He had a good look at it. I think he lost the ball halfway up. And here comes Graceland. Top of the key, they look for Franklin now. Back out top, that's Harley with it. Over, 10-foot jumper is pure. Good look there down low. And that was Mo Jackson, the senior out of Illinois, on the finish. 5-2 Graceland advantage here early. They look wing. Evans will fire again from three. That one rattles in and out. The Irons unkind early for the home Mustangs, and here comes Graceland. Back out top, Jackson with it over to Harley. That pass, the no look, and he threw it just in front of the intended receiver. That was the big fella down low, Troyan Butler, who just let it go of his fingertips. So another turnover for Graceland, and here comes the Mustangs. Here's Dennis McKinley, and the floater's up and in. Whoa, smooth move there from the sophomore forward out of Chicago, Illinois, the Cedar Rapids Jefferson grad. Boy, he drove right by his defender, Mo Jackson, and laid it up and in with the floater for two. Now the other way, Graceland looking for their own transition bucket. That one's off the mark. Rebound down to McKinney. Here he comes all alone. He's on the way, and he missed the slam. Boy, McKinney had a wide open lane once he got past one defender, missed the slam. And now here comes Graceland looking to answer. That's Harley. No good, too strong off the back iron. And Strong will bring it in the front court for the Mustangs. Mount Mercy looking to settle things down. Coach Jennings calling out the signals as they get it into McKinney. There's Strong on the finish. Good cut, good dish. McKinney too strong for two, and it's a 6-5 Mustang lead. Now a little three-quarters court pressure here, rattling Graceland as that one saved backed and bounced by a diving Bronner, Henley Bronner. Evans with it down low. He puts back his own putback. Timeout Graceland, and look at that. Michael Bronner Henley, full extension, lays out to keep that ball in play, gets it right into the arms of Mike Evans, who puts back or tips back in his own miss. And Mount Mercy's out to an early 8-5 lead with 14:58 left to play here in the first half. Boy, up and down we go here this evening in the second edition of tonight's doubleheader. The men on the floor now, and, well, it's Mount Mercy out to an 8-5 lead. Turnovers on both sides, 2 for each team. But the play there that has given Mount Mercy a 3-point edge, Bronner Henley, diving full extension on the floor, saving that ball in bounds to his counterpart, Mike Evans, who regains control and lays it up and in for two. And if this Mount Mercy team wants to compete here tonight, they're going to have plays like that to keep them in this game and keep them on track offensively as they come out here with a little full court-to-court pressure, which Graceland seems to have been struggling with here in the early going. Now it's Mo Jackson, and he goes all the way to the lane. Layup, no good. Good move by Jackson. He got all the way to the hoop, but couldn't finish, and here's Strong. He goes the other way, leaves it off for Evans. Good move, Evans, up and in. That's 6 here early for Evans. And I will say there's been some great assists. Antoine Strong, Michael Bronner Henley, Emilio Villagrana, and even Dennis McKinney, all moving the ball very well. All 5 starters still on the floor as Graceland barks out the signal. Corey Hoff, the head coach, first year with Graceland. Mo Jackson has it up top, looking for Ramon Franklin. Corner pocket, now they go, other side. Pull-up jumper in the middle of the lane, no good. That was Keenan Belafan, and Mount Mercy will look to push. 22 now in the game for Mount Mercy. He lays that one up and in. A good move. That's Christian Rayschauer. Rayschauer lays it in for two. Boy, good back cut, and Villagrana saw him. Hit him right on the numbers. He laid it up and in with the left. And Mount Mercy out to an early 12-5 lead. Here's Ramon Franklin, top of the key, looking for another triple, and he's got it. That's the second triple of the evening for Franklin, and he cuts the deficit to 4. And now we have a turnover here on Mount Mercy. It looks like the pass was possibly deflected is what Mount Mercy's saying, but nonetheless, and now they will give it to the Mustangs. I was going to say, that ball looked like it was off of Ramon Franklin. And, yeah, they will give it to the Mustangs. Now in checks number 23 for Graceland. That's Will Nelson into the game, and also number 34 as Mount Mercy goes with the lob. 34, Alec Pena in as well for Graceland. As 33 for Mount Mercy checks in. That's Bailey Basala, and he misses the turnaround floater in the lane. And here's Franklin again. Pull-up jumper, and he's all money. Franklin 3 for 3 on the evening so far. He's got all 10, or I beg your pardon, he's got 9 points here so far in the early going for Graceland as Bronner Henley looks middle, now kicks, corner pocket 3, no good. Good look, though, from Mount Mercy. That was Christian Reshower on the miss. Well, Bronner Henley got in the lane with a great spin move and found his teammate for a wide open 3. It just wouldn't fall. Graceland still dealing with this pressure. It's Franklin with it now in the corner. He pump fakes, floater is up, and it's good. Wow. A tough move from Franklin in the lane. The junior out of Ventura, California is off to a hot start. That's all 12 for him as Bronner Henley, his 3's off the mark on the left wing, and here comes Graceland pushing again. That ball is thrown too deep, and that's out of bounds. They were looking for Franklin. Other side of the court, that was Will Nelson, and his pass sailed too high for Franklin, and just like that, it's a turnover for Graceland. So we're knotted at 12. And when you think about it, Mount Mercy leading scorer, Mike Evans with 6. Graceland, Ramon Franklin has all 12 for the Sting. I mean, he has been on fire, 4 of 4 from the field, as Mount Mercy will try to take back the lead. McKinney now in the lane, good move, and he's fouled going up. Good pass there from 33 in gray. That's Bailey Basala. He found McKinney on the roll, and as he went up, he was slapped across the arm and will head to the line for 2. So good offense, good movement from Mount Mercy early. Pace of play has been very high, been getting up and down. And we'll see if McKinney can give Mount Mercy back the lead. First free throw is up and too strong off the back iron. McKinney 1 of 2 from the line. As Mount Mercy again will give full court pressure. Graceland now, Mo Jackson with it out top. He's guarded by number 20 in gray. That's Muhammad Al-Bagami, and it's a turnover. Al-Bagami, good defense there. He forces the turnover, and here comes Mike Evans back in for McKinney. Good minutes there for McKinney to start. Mike Evans back into the game now alongside Antoine Strong. And here's Basala driving the kick. Bronner Henley, his 3 is no good, and we have a foul on the floor. Boy, tight rims here early for Mount Mercy. Some shots that look really good off the hand. Bronner Henley let one fly again that was half down, but nonetheless, Mount Mercy, it's the foul on the floor. Evans doing the dirty work. And they'll retain possession. Looking inside for Evans, and that pass sails too high. Well, it was Basala looking inside for Evans, and he just threw it too far in front of him. It sails out of bounds. And the Mustangs give it right back over to Graceland. In for the Sting, number 25. That's the junior, Garrett Schwesenhauser. As that one's laid up and in by number 34. That's Alec Pena, fresh into the game, the senior out of Rockton, Illinois. Strong with it out top now for Mount Mercy. Gives off to Evans. They'll run a set here, back to Strong. He drives left side, nowhere to go with it. Basala, he'll fire from 3. Right wing, and it's all nylon. Boy, a pretty stroke right there from number 33 in gray. Basala, the senior, comes through, hits the 3, and gives the Mustangs back a 2-point lead. Back and forth we go as we near the halfway point here in the first half. Mo Jackson barking out the signals for Graceland out front. Trap coming from Mount Mercy. They go cross court. Jackson, he gives it up. Franklin, he's got the hot hand over to 23. That one's short. Short off the iron there from Will Nelson, and here comes Mount Mercy. Strong into the front court, looking to push. Bronner Henley 3. That one's all money. And finally, The senior gets one to go. Boy, he had been right around the rim all night, and that one was pure, all net for the senior. And Mount Mercy extends the lead, 19-14 now over the 6-2 Sting. Graceland trying to figure out any way to score besides Ramon Franklin, who has 12 of their 14. That one by Nelson is off the glass, as he falls down. It looks like Nelson tripped, but nonetheless a foul called, and we're going to have some subs for Mount Mercy. So in comes Villagrana, and it looks like McKinney will enter as well for the Mustangs. We have a timeout on the floor. 9:53 left to play here inside the Hennessy Center on the campus of Mount Mercy. We'll be back after a short commercial break. You're listening to Mount Mercy Basketball on the Mustangs Live Stream Network. Back with you inside the Hennessy Center. Colin Brown alongside for this edition of Mount Mercy Basketball as they face off against the Graceland Sting. Back on the court, that's Mo Jackson for Graceland firing away on a fadeaway three. That one's off the mark, but we do have a foul on the floor. It looks like Will Nelson for Graceland went up for that rebound and was hit across the arm, so the Sting will inbound from underneath their own basket. A 19-14 Mount Mercy advantage here in the early going. Inside goes Graceland. Jump hook. Up, no good. Rebound down to Bronner Henley. Great rebound by the senior as they give it back to him, and he'll set up the offense over to Antoine Strong. Senior to senior there. McKinney calling for it inside. Now he'll set the screen for Strong over to Villagrana. Bronner Henley in the lane. Spin move. Tough shot off glass. And he finishes strong at the rim. The senior really attacking the basket here early for Mount Mercy. Trap coming there, and Jackson almost lost it, but he gets it right back inside. And a tough break for Mount Mercy. It's laid up and in for two by Alec Pena. Boy, they had the trap as McKinney drives and loses, and that's a charge. I think McKinney lost control early there, and then once he went into the body of Will Nelson, it was over. The charge was immediately called, but a tough break on that last possession. Mount Mercy had the trap they wanted. It was in and out of the hands of Mo Jackson, and then he found Pena wide open under the hoop for an easy two. Jackson with it now, top of the key. As Graceland calling a set, and here comes Jackson. Man-to-man, Mount Mercy goes now here halfway through the first quarter. Jackson with it, up, floater or fader, no good. Rebound down to Villagrana, and here come the Mustangs. Bronner Henley with it. Now they swing it cross court over to 22. That's Rischauer. As he drives baseline, nowhere to go, and it's knocked out of bounds by Mo Jackson. Good defense that time by Graceland. As Coach Jennings once again calls the out-of-bounds play, stack formation. Inside to Brunner Henley. That one left short. Looked like he got hit across the arm, but the no call. And here come the Graceland Sting across the front court. In now, number 4 in Navy. That's Nick Coleman. He's a sophomore out of Kansas City. First entrance as Ramon Franklin hits again for Graceland. Boy, and Aaron Jennings, Coach Jennings, I should say, wants a timeout. Jennings 4 for 4 from beyond the arc, plus he's got 2 to his name in the paint off a lay-in as well. Unbelievable. He's got 14 of the 19. Graceland points. Mount Mercy's going to have to figure out some way to slow him down. He's the junior, as I've mentioned, out of Ventura, California, and he is red hot here to open things up. Boy, without Franklin, you'd have to think Mount Mercy would be out to an even bigger lead. As of right now, they sit 21-19 advantage over the 6-2 Graceland Sting. Mustangs coming to play 3-3 on the year. They picked up a win Monday night. That was their latest game, latest victory, as they try to pick up a huge conference win here at home this evening. Strong brings it into the front court. Now over to Brunner Henley. Henley, he's been the main guy so far as he fires away from 3. That one is short. Rebound, though, to Mount Mercy. That's Villagrana for 3, and that one's high. It looks like it went off the shot clock, and it'll be turned back over. Tough break there for Mount Mercy. And here comes Graceland, the sophomore out of Kansas City, Coleman. Now he gives way. Garrett Schwesenhauser. Coleman back over to Will Nelson. Great defense here by Mount Mercy as Franklin looks to get free, and that one's ripped away by Evans. Here he goes the other way. He's going all the way in the lane. He's fouled going up. And that one will be on the floor. Well, a good steal there by Evans, and he tried to go coast to coast and was fouled on his way up to the hoop. And they will call it, actually they'll call it on the floor. As Mount Mercy will inbound underneath their basket. That one rejected back out of bounds quickly by Franklin. As they'll try it again. Grana over corner. Brunner Henley, that one's good. Brunner Henley is second triple of the game. He's the high scorer for Mount Mercy with 8. And that gives the Mustangs their 5-point advantage right back. So big time triple by the senior. As Villagrana will check out, and in comes 20. That's Muhammad Al-Bagami. Al-Bagami seen action already tonight as it looks like Mount Mercy will head into a 2-3 zone. Coleman, the sophomore, brings it across for Franklin. He's got 14 of the 19 so far for Graceland as they drive down, and Evans rejects that ball. And we have a dead ball foul here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I believe a technical foul has been called on Mount Mercy's Mike Evans. And, boy, that's a tough break. Evans right there absolutely rejected the shot by Garrett Schwesenhauser. And I believe after the block, he was called for the technical for maybe a little jawing. And so it will be 2 freebies here at the line for Graceland, and it'll be number 12 to shoot those. That's Cayman Meyer, and he's a junior out of Newburgh, Indiana. And Meyer drains both. So back to a 3-point game. Graceland will have possession. And they will inbound underneath their own hoop. So Evans takes a seat. In for him is 30. That's Joseph Kahende. Kahende, his first action tonight. As that three is on the way. Off the mark. Good box out there by Bronner Henley. Boy, he's doing it all for the Mustangs so far. As Antoine Strong drives middle. Mahende has it underneath the hoop. And that one's hit out of bounds. It looked like Mahende tried to feed it off to Anton Strong, and he was standing out of bounds. So good rebound there. And nonetheless, a turnover by the Mustangs. Mount Mercy back into a 2-3 zone. As Graceland will swing it side to side. This time it's into the corner. There's a three on its way, and it's all money for number 12. That's Cayman Meyer. Fresh into the game, just hit the 2 technical foul free throws, and now he's got a triple to his credit. Here's Strong with it out front. He'll launch from 3, and he banks it home. Antoine Strong from 3. Boy, right in his face was Nick Coleman, and Strong let it fly anyways and knocked it down. Mount Mercy holding on to that 3-point edge here at home. A huge conference matchup this evening from the Hennessy Center. As Franklin will launch again from 3, and that's his first miss of the evening. He had been on fire, 4 of 4 from 3 to that point. Finally misses one as Graceland looks inside there, and that one, I believe, was just thrown out of bounds. It was Justin Harley who had it at the top of the key, or at great post position. He tried to leave it off for Pena, and Pena just wasn't expecting the ball, so it's a turnover. And here comes Mount Mercy with 5:30 left to play here in the first half, trying to extend their 3-point lead. Kahindi with it out front now to Bronner Henley. He's been the hot hand for Mount Mercy, driving right side, layup. Not strong enough off glass. Good move by the senior, just couldn't get it to go. And here comes Graceland. Meyer with it now right wing. He give it up. There's Will Nelson, short off the mid-range 15-footer. Down with the rebound is Rischauer. And Mount Mercy will slow it up. 27-24. Kahindi with it out front now. Back to Rischauer. He drives left side, goes up strong. Layup. Oh, good English off glass. Couldn't get it to go. Boy, tough iron here so far for Mount Mercy. They've had some great looks. Just haven't got them to drop. As Graceland will try to tie or bring you within a one-score game. Here's Nelson driving. Leads off for Pena. And we're going to get a block. Well, Nelson drove right down the middle of the lane. I believe it was Albagami, and it was, who tried to draw the charge, but I couldn't tell from my angle. Obviously was not in position. And interestingly enough, they're actually going to give Nick Coleman 2 free throws. It looked like he was going to pass the ball there. I think it absolutely looked like a pass from my angle that he was dishing off to Alec Coleman. But nonetheless, he's going to go to the line for, he's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's what it is. They're in the bonus, and the free throw is off the mark, so I apologize there. As Strong has it now, back out top for Mount Mercy. Over to Bronner Henley. Now top of the key. That's Basala back with it. He's got it. He'll fire away right side 3. Short off the front of the iron. It's a good look for Mount Mercy, though. Another good trip down offensively that doesn't result in points. See if they can have one defensive stand here. Ball movement here, priority for Graceland, and there's a good pass from Pena. He finds Will Nelson, who lays it up and in. Great reverse. As Strong has it here, here's Basala. Up and in, good move. Antoine Strong, great pass. Basala found it right in his lap and laid it off the glass with some English for 2. Well, when Mount Mercy gets out in transition and begins to run, they have been really effective here this evening. See if another defensive stop. Part of the plan here is Pena will launch from three. That one's off the iron. And it looked like it was an offensive rebound there by Justin Harley, but I think his foot was on the line. Tough break for Graceland. As they'll turn it back over to Mount Mercy. Subs in for the Sting. It looks like Mo Jackson and Zero Keenan Belafant will check back in. As Strong will bring it in to the front court for the Mustangs. He'll get it back over the left side. Here's Basala. He'll launch from three once again. Oh, money. Boy, that one looked true from the moment Basala let it go, and it was. Back to a 6-point edge for Mount Mercy. Here's Nelson with it, middle of the lane. He'll kick back to Harley. Looking inside for Pena. Pena's got it, guarded by Basala. Trying to go up and under that layup. No, too strong, but rebound by Nelson. He'll kick it back out. Jackson will launch from three. That one in and out. Bronner Henley with the rebound. It looks like it was tipped off of Bronner Henley. He wanted an over-the-back call by Pena. And, well, I think he might have had an argument, but nonetheless, it's going to stay with the Sting. Mounting from underneath their own hoop. There's Belafant with it now at the top of the key. He'll give off to Mo Jackson. 2:15 rather left to play here in the first half. 32-26 Mount Mercy edge. As they look inside now, Harley with it, driving left side. And he's checked, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Christian Reishauer. So Reishauer picks up his first. I believe it was a hand check from behind, and Harley fell to the floor. And I think that's what got Reishauer there. Harley will have a 1-and-1 as Basala will check back into the lineup here. And out will come Reishauer. Quality minutes off the bench for Mount Mercy there. As the first is up, and it is short. Short off the front iron, so here comes Mount Mercy. Rebound down to Basala. Strong will bring it into the front court. Basala again launching from way downtown. That one short off the front iron. Graceland has gone quiet offensively of weight, and it looks like Pena will be called for a walk. Yeah, he did shuffle his feet in the paint, and I think the Graceland bench is looking for a foul, but it's called a walk, and the turnover will give it back to Mount Mercy. Here's Strong with it now underneath the hoop. He's trapped, kicks it back out. There's a three, wide open, and it's knocked down. Muhammad Al-Bagami from three. He was wide open at the top of the key, and he absolutely buried it. A big triple there gives Mount Mercy a 9-point edge with 1:10 left to play here in the first half. Boy, what a shot there, and what a find from Antoine Strong. As Pena has it now for Graceland. He'll drive baseline. He'll go up and in. Good move there by Pena. As Bronner Henley fell to the deck, and Pena went up and in for two off glass. Let's see if Mount Mercy can keep on top, score after score, and that pass is out of bounds. Boy, Villagrana was wide open, and the pass from Basala was just a hair fast, or just a hair quick, as it flies out of bounds. 44 seconds left to play here in the first half. 35-28, Mount Mercy lead. Mo Jackson with it now into the front court for Graceland. He's trapped out front, nowhere to go. He gives it off to Will Smith. And a travel called on Smith. A good pressure defense that time by Mount Mercy. They forced the trap. Will Smith didn't know where to go with it, and he ended up shuffling the feet. So Mount Mercy gets yet another turnover. 36 left to play here in the half. They can use almost all of the play clock as Bronner Henley has it out front. Over to Villagrana, now over to Basala. They'll swing it around the arc. Basala looking to drive on Pena. He loses it for a second, now has nowhere to go. Back out to Bronner Henley. Bronner Henley calling for a screen. He'll get one. 3 on the shot clock. I beg your pardon. He throws it up. Bronner Henley, no, that's all air. Barely grazed the backboard, and here come the Sting. Their 3 is on the way. No good. Rebound down to Mount Mercy, and that will be the half. Good rebound by Antoine Strong. And Mount Mercy will have the halftime lead here, 35-28 at the half over the visiting Graceland Sting. We'll be back with the halftime statistics and much more here. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on the Mount Mercy Live Stream Network. Back with you here on the Mustang Live Stream Network. Some halftime stats for you as Mount Mercy leads Graceland 35-28 at the half. We'll go through the statistics here with 10 minutes to go before the second half starts. the leader for Graceland. He was on fire early, 4 of 5 from 3, 13 points. Ramon Franklin, 13 points on the afternoon so far. He really had the hot hand early. He had 13 of the first 19 for Graceland. In the rebounding category, it's Justin Harley, 4 total rebounds in the first half. Troyan Butler with 3 himself. Keenan Belafant with 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Will Nelson, 3 rebounds, 2 points. And then it's Alec Pena down low, 4 rebounds, 8 points in the first half as well. I beg your pardon, 4 points in the first half. For your Mount Mercy Mustangs, leading scorer, that's going to be Michael Henley Bronner. He really kept the Mustangs going halfway through the first half when he scored on back-to-back-to-back possessions. A total of 9 points for Bronner Henley in the first half. Assist leader is Antoine Strong. No surprise there. Some great looks as well. 4 assists and 4 points. Muhammad Al-Bagami, 3 points on 1 of 1 shooting. Bailey Basala, 6 points on 2 of 4 from beyond the arc for 3. Mike Evans started the game with the first 6 points for the Mustangs. He's 3 of 6 from the field for 6 points. And then also Dennis McKinney started the game 1 of 3 from the field for 4 points as well. So Mount Mercy, 35-28 lead over the defending national champion Graceland Sting. It was an up and down first half. Both teams really changing the pace, getting up and down the floor. The full court pressure applied by Mount Mercy actually caused 6 turnovers for Graceland in the first half, as the Mustangs had 3 turnovers themselves. And then both teams getting up and down. Mount Mercy, 6 of 14 from 3. Graceland, 3 of 9 from beyond the arc. So Mount Mercy hitting 3-pointers in the first half. Graceland worked the ball inside quite a bit of late. Alec Pena down low, some great kicks. Will Nelson and Justin Harley as well down there doing some damage. And then Mount Mercy from beyond the arc, that's really where they made a living. Michael Bronner Henley and Basala hitting 3/4 of the 3-pointers there for the Mustangs. So good first half of action. 3-3 is Mount Mercy on the season. 6-2 is Graceland. A battle tonight, a huge in-conference battle, as we have a doubleheader here. As we look back at our first game of the night, the women took the court. It was Graceland coming out with a victory, 91-83 in favor of the Graceland women. Mount Mercy battled hard. They actually trailed at 1 point by 12 in the second half, stormed back to take a 2-point advantage, but in the end it was too much sting down the stretch. Caitlin Stubbard with a game-high 22 points. She dominated in the fourth quarter, having 7, and really got them the W overall. So it's a win for Graceland in the first of 2 games. Now we sit here in our nightcap between the men, 35-28 Mustang lead, as we sit with about 5 minutes to play before the second half starts. We will be back with some recap of the first half and what to look forward to here in the second after one short commercial break here on the Mustang Livestream Network. Back with you here on the Mount Mercy Mustangs live stream network. Colin Brown courtside as we're about set to begin the second half between your Mount Mercy Mustangs and the visiting Graceland Sting. A 35-28 Mustang advantage as we hit the break. Mount Mercy shot the lights out of it from distance, 6 of 9 from beyond the arc in the first half. Meanwhile, forcing Graceland to 6 turnovers in the first half, which equated to 8 points as well. So Mount Mercy really ratcheting up the pressure for the visiting Sting. They were 3 of 9 from beyond the arc in the first line. Leading scorer was Ramon Franklin, who had 14 at the break on 4 of 5 shooting. Really kept the Sting in it there for moments in the first half. And now we get set for the second half of action here in our nightcap. Pleasure to be alongside you here as we get set for this second half inside the Hennessy Center on the campus of Mount Mercy University in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. As both teams get set to take the floor, it looks like it will be the starting 5 for Mount Mercy. That includes Strong, Villagrana, McKinney, Bronner, Henley, and Evans. And for the Graceland Sting, well, I believe it will be the same. Belafant, Harley, Franklin, Jackson, and Troyon Butler, who saw limited action in the first half due to foul trouble for Graceland, but he's back in there to start the second half, and we are underway. Jackson with it out top for the Sting. Mount Mercy trying to improve to 4-3 on the season and pick up a huge early season conference win at home, as that one is going to be a foul down low, I believe, on Villagrana. Tough to see through all the bodies as he's called for the check down low on Belafant. And Grayson will inbound underneath the basket. Here's Jackson with it, right wing, looking inside. And Harley drives left, and that one's laid up and in. Good move by Harley, using his right hand to finish at the rim. Now Evans almost has his pocket picked, as Mount Mercy will have their first possession of the second half. Evans with it out top now, looking for Strong. Strong has it, driving. Left side, gives off to Villagrana. Back to McKinney. Here's Bella. That one is off the mark. I apologize. Off the mark there by Bronner Henley. Once again, in and out. Unkind irons for the senior. As Evans launches for 3, he misses everything. And of the other way, here comes the Sting into the front court. Jackson will set it back up out top. Looking down low for the big man Butler. Now he has it to Harley. He'll pull up from 15. That one short off the front iron, and here comes Bronner Henley. Now Mercy really trying to work it inside to Mike Evans as he finds Villagrana. McKinney gets his defender in the air, driving down the lane. Good kick. Left wing, Bronner Henley for 3. That one too long off the back iron. And Franklin will look to push. He does for the Sting. That one off glass, no good. Rebound down to McKinney. Up and down we go. Evans now with it for Mount Mercy in the lane. Good left hand. That one off glass, no good, but the foul called. Good move there by the senior Mike Evans, as he'll go to the charity stripe for 2. Up and in for Evans. Give him 7 on the night. Second free throw up and in as well, and the lead is 37-30 as Mount Mercy will apply pressure. There's Jackson, or Belafant, breaking it over to Harley right side. They look back, and Villagrana has it, picks the pocket up ahead. Bronner Henley layup up and in. Good move, good pass by Villagrana. So the pressure getting to to Graceland early here in the second half, as now Jackson will back it out. And they will run a set. They're looking down low, and they find the big fella, Troyon Butler. Butler had great post position down low, and once he got it, it was over from there, up and in for two. Over to McKinney now. He goes back. Bronner Henley from three. That one rims around and out. Tough love tonight for the senior. As Jackson in the lane. Good find. He's got Harley for two more. So Graceland beginning to push the tempo. As Jackson finds Harley for two, and the lead is cut to 5. Strong with it now out top. Good pass back. Door, he finds Bronner Henley, who lays it up and in. Boy, beautiful move there by Bronner Henley to go back door, and Antoine Strong picks up another assist. Tough look and beautiful pass over the top of the defender to see him for two. Graceland looking to get inside the paint. They do. Shot up and no good by Belafan. He had a good look at it, and here comes Strong. Other side, Villagara there. He gets it back for three, and that's good in the corner. Villagrana for three. Beautiful pass by Bronner Henley to get it back to him, and the lead is 10. The Mustangs moving well in transition, and the Graceland defense is struggling to get back. Harley has it now. 15-footer. No, he'll decide to pass. There's Franklin, his first shot of the second half. That rims in and out unkindly, but Harley comes down with the board. Oh, good look there for Franklin. He had the hot hand in the first half. Still driving quick here. There's Mo Jackson in the corner, and he knocks down the three. So the answer right back from Mo Jackson, there it is now Evans will look to go the other way, and he goes off glass up and in. Boy, Mount Mercy really pushing the pace, and they are capitalizing in the open court. Harley now looking for Belafan. He gets his defender up in the air and scores over McKinney. Good offense there by Graceland, and we'll see if Mount Mercy can answer. There's Strong. Oh, beautiful move, and one for McKinney. Boy, what a beautiful look from Strong. The spin move up and under, and the no-look pass to McKinney. He did the rest, finishing plus the foul. This Mount Mercy offense is clicking on all cylinders right now, and you got to give them credit. The lead back up to 9 with the possibility of being in double digits here if McKinney can knock down a free throw. But what a move by Antoine Strong. McKinney, great job to finish at the rim, but that was set up by the senior point guard. McKinney knocks down the free throws. He will check out. A wave of subs now in for Mount Mercy. Basala and it looks like Ricehauer into the game for Mount Mercy, and I beg your pardon, Muhammad Al-Bagami in as well. So a wave of subs for Mount Mercy. We'll see if they can keep the tempo up as Jackson drives baseline, throws that one off glass, but he picks the pocket of Bagami, gets it back. Rebound, though. Al-Bagami has this one and will push. Finds Evans. And Al-Bagami got that one picked. It looked like that was all arm. Boy, Coach Jennings not happy with that no call right there. You could hear the slap from press row, but nonetheless, it's back to an 8-point game. Strong with it out top left now. He's been the floor general all night. Wide open. Three in the corner for Ricehauer. That's no good. Tip back no good by Basalo, who had it. Put it off glass, but it was too strong, and here comes the sting. Here's Pena in the game, and he gives off to Harley. That one no good. Harley with the rebound up and in. Hard work on the glass for Graceland, and they're rewarded with two more. Now Mercy goes inside to Evans, working on Pena. Shimmy shake in the lane. Floater up and in. Good move by Mike Evans. Boy, he's been the consistent piece, or one of them tonight for Mount Mercy, and he shows it there with another bucket. Graceland looking to answer, looking back door. Basala almost picked that one off. Now the three on its way, and that's good. First field goal of the second half there for Will Nelson as he shot that one right in the face of Reishauer, and it goes down. Graceland beginning to apply pressure now as Strong has it, and there's going to be a foul there on Mo Jackson of Graceland. So in comes Bronner Henley and Villagrana. Checking out is Evans and El Bagami for Mount Mercy. Quality minutes off the bench there for El Bagami and Mike Evans. His first rest here in the second half. 13 minutes left to play. Mount Mercy, a 5-point lead. Here's Basala out top with it, looking corner. He's got Bronner Henley. Now back to Smith, back to Bronner Henley. He lost it on the way up, saved, and Graceland will take over. Good ball movement by Mount Mercy, but they couldn't get a shot off, as now Will Nelson will go to the hole, and he's fouled on his way to the 10. A chance to cut the deficit down to 3 for Will Nelson, who will head to the line for Graceland. 79% free throw shooter on the year. Second free throw off the mark. Strong with the rebound. McKinney checks in for Bronner Henley at the break. And here come the Mustangs. 4-point edge for Mount Mercy. 12:30 left to play. Strong with it out top. Trying to cross over Jackson. Well, almost picks his pocket. Now Villagrana with it. Over to McKinney. He'll launch from 3, and he hits! Dennis McKinney, a big-time triple. Extends the lead back to 7. Here's Pena with it, working down low. Great feed to Nelson, off glass, up and in. Boy, beautiful find by senior Pena. And Nelson finishes at the rim. Basala with it. He'll launch from 3. That one rims in and out. Rebound down to Nelson. Good look for Mount Mercy. Mo Jackson pushing the other way. Jackson with it out front, and that's a forced shot there by Garrett Schwazenhauser, and here comes Mount Mercy the other way. That one off glass, no good. Look at the rebound by McKinney. Up and in. Boy, he took it right away from Mo Jackson and laid it up and in for 2. What a play. That's desire and heart right there alongside hustle for McKinney as he lays it up and in. Now here comes Nelson the other way, and he'll lay it off the glass for 2. So just like that, Graceland answers the bell. And here comes Mount Mercy. Villagrana with it now, down low. And they'll kick back to Strong. Reishauer's checked in as McKinney goes up and in. Dennis McKinney has the last 6 for Mount Mercy. Beg your pardon, the last 7 for the Mustangs. And has really put him on his back here in the last minute and a half. 7-point advantage for Mount Mercy. About to touch the halfway point. Here's Jackson driving left, wide open. Franklin in the corner. That one's short, off the front iron. Boy, Franklin in the first half was unstoppable, and now he's 0 for 2 here in the second. Oh, good look. There's Strong, Antoine Strong, The pump fake, fine down low. Dennis McKinney was wide open underneath, and he laid it off glass for two. Boy, Antoine Strong is about as good as you'll find at the point guard position at this level. And here we go up ahead. McKinney on the steal. He lays it off glass. Beautiful pass by Villagrana, and that's a timeout, Graceland. Boy, another turnover, and just like that, Mount Mercy has taken back the lead double digits, 62-51, 9:44 left to play. Unbelievable effort on the defensive end leads to transition points for the Mustangs, as we will take a short break here on the Mustang Live Stream Network. Back with you on the Mount Mercy Mustangs live stream network. Your 3-3 Mustangs hanging on to a 62-51 lead over visiting Graceland. A huge conference battle here this evening inside the Hennessy Center. And it's been a 8-0 run. All 8 coming on the hands of Dennis McKinney, but he's got a lot of help as that one is good. Mo Jackson from 3. This Mount Mercy team playing together offensively, as there's a great pass. Strong up ahead, and that one's good. The triple on the way, and all money from Muhammad Al-Bagami. Boy, Strong found him streaking down the left side, and that triple was all nylon. Now a beautiful trap in the corner, and that's a turnover. Out of bounds. A beautiful trap, and Cayman Meyer stepped on the baseline. Boy, if you're Corey Hoff, you have got to be a little disappointed at how your team has been manufacturing offense of late here for Graceland. And nonetheless, there's a timeout on the floor. So we'll take another short break. 65-54, Mount Mercy leads it here inside the Hennessy Center. You're listening to Mount Mercy Basketball on the Mustangs Live Stream Network. Antoine Strong and Dennis McKinney been the catalyst tonight for Mount Mercy as they hold on to a 65-54 lead here at home against the visiting Graceland Sting. Mount Mercy will have the ball out of the timeout after forcing yet another turnover. And it's Al-Bagami giving way to McKinney. Back to Mike Evans, top of the key now. Now Mercy looks to run a set. Here's Strong with it out front. He's been great, 8 assists on the night, and this time he gets his pocket picked. The other way, here comes Graceland. That 3 on the way, and it's good. Cayman Meyer, boy, that's his specialty, shooting the 3 ball, and he knocks that one down to bring the Sting within 8. Graceland ratcheting up the pressure defensively now as Strong finds Villagrana. Good pump fake in the lane, and he's fouled on his way down the hole. Looks like Mo Jackson is going to get tagged with the foul. I think he might have got a hand check through the lane. And Villagrana will now inbound for the Mustangs underneath their own basket. That one is left short Mo Jackson will pick it up. Antoine Strong tripped on his way to the hole. And it's an easy 2 for Graceland. Now down to a 6-point edge. 65-59, crowd on their feet here inside the Hennessy Center looking for a Mount Mercy bucket as Albagami has it now over to McKinney. He's had the hot hand of late. And there's a bump on the way to the hole. Basala and Bronner Henley will check in for Mount Mercy. As Albagami and Strong will take a seat. Good minutes out of both guards. As Mount Mercy brings some size onto the floor. And here's Basala up and in and one. Boy, beautiful play call there by Aaron Jennings. And Basala went straight to the rack, laid it up and in, and Mo Jackson was just standing in his way. A great finish off glass as Jackson will take a seat. And Basala can extend the lead to 9. And he does. Free throw is up and pure. As Mount Mercy will bring pressure. Checking in for the Sting. That's number 4, Nick Coleman, the junior. Or I beg your pardon, the sophomore out of Kansas City. And he's guarded tightly by Villagrana. Now the Mustangs fall back into a zone. Top of the key. Here's Coleman in the corner. He'll drive baseline, look other side. Good tip there by Bronner Henley. And it's knocked out of bounds off Franklin. Boy, good defense by Bronner Henley. He got a finger on it. And then Franklin corralled it, but then lost it once again. And it goes out of bounds to the Mustangs. Strong will check back in for Mount Mercy. As I believe we have an official timeout here. Something on the floor. Well, Mount Mercy holding on to a 68-59 lead. 3-3 on the season. Picked up a win here on Monday night over Culver Stockton. As they'll try to pick up another victory over 6-2 and defending national champ Graceland. I believe the reason we're in a delay is an official has a possible cut on his arm. Here's some blood on the floor, so players will rally around their benches, and while we have a second here, we will take a short TV timeout. 7:35 left to play here inside the Hennessy Center. Your Mount Mercy Mustangs leading the Graceland Sting 68-59. We'll be back with more after this. .35 left to play in the second half. Mount Mercy 68. Graceland 59. The inbounds comes to the senior Antoine Strong. Now Mike Evans over to Basala. Basala then steady off the bench and a foul on the floor. A reach in there on Basala, who's driving to the hole, and I think they're going to tap Ramon Franklin with that foul. And in comes Alec Pena for the Sting. Taking a seat is 25, Garrett Schwesenhauser. As the front end of a 1-and-1 is good. Basala with 12 points off the bench. Make it 13 as the second one is all nylon. 6 on the shot clock. Grayson looking for a shot. It's Pena up. No good. Rebound down to Franklin. He'll go up and one off glass. Boy, tough rebound there off the miss from Alec Pena. Ramon Franklin. That's his first 2 of the second half. Franklin had 14 at the break and just picks up his first 2 here in the second half. Mount Mercy has done a great job really getting after him here in the second half, but he finds a way to score, and that time he goes off glass for 2. The free throw is up and in, and it's back to a 7-point advantage for Mount Mercy. Bronner Henley pressured by Franklin. They'll swing it left side. Villagrana now with it out top to Strong. Sala with it off to Villagrana. Good pass over to Basala. He'll launch from 3. That one's off the back iron. No good. Rebound fought for. And a foul. It looks like going to be called on Bronner Henley. I believe that's who they're going to get, and it is. Bronner Henley with the reach in at the end. Franklin came down with that loose ball. And I think Henley came from behind to try and poke it loose when he got some arm. McKinney checks in for Strong. As Mount Mercy will ratchet up the pressure again, and this one is, McKinney had a shot at it, but nonetheless, Graceland comes up with it, and it's Justin Harley who takes it hard to the rack and is fouled. So he'll go to the line for 2. Boy, a bang-bang play. I thought McKinney was going to come down with that loose ball on a pass cross court. First one from Harley is up and short. And in comes Will Nelson for the Sting. (70-63). Mount Mercy with the advantage over visiting Graceland. As Villagrana now drives right side, and he is bumped by Franklin on his way to the hole. Well, Corey Hoff, the Graceland coach, does not like the call, and Villagrana fell to the ground. I would have to question why he wouldn't like it. It looked like Franklin got him with body, but nonetheless, the free throw is no good from Villagrana, and here comes Graceland. Nelson with it now over to Pena. He'll back down, go up, and that's an air ball. Pena, that was great defense there by Bailey Basala. He was right in the grill of Pena. And now it's Bronner Henley with it out front. 5:30 left to play. Over to Basala. They look inside McKinney. He's had the hot hand here in the second half. He goes fade away. No good. Strong off the back iron. And Grayson will have a chance to cut into this 7-point advantage. Deep three on its way from Franklin. That one short off the front iron. McKinney down with the rebound. Here's Basala. He'll launch from 3. That one's way short off the front. And again, we go back and forth. Coleman with it, the sophomore out front for Graceland. Franklin been quiet here in the second half, the leading scorer for the Sting. We'll see if they get him involved on this possession. That one up and short by Pena. And Mount Mercy wants to talk it over. Aaron Jennings wants to talk it over. It's a 7-point Mount Mercy advantage, 70-63. We're under 5 to play here inside the Hennessy Center. We'll be back after a short break right here. This is Mount Mercy basketball. Mount Mercy trying to hold on to a 70-63 advantage over Graceland. And just as I say so, it's Ramon Franklin with a pick. He stole it right away from Michael Bronner Henley. And it's 2 on the other end with the slam. Just like that, it's down to 5. So the Mustangs trying now to hold on to a 5-point advantage with 4 left to play. What a beautiful look by Villagrana. Boy, he saw Michael Bronner Henley cutting back door, and he laid it right on him, up and in for 2. What a way to get it back to 7 if you're Mount Mercy. Franklin with it now top of the key. He's got the last 2 on the board for the Sting. With it now out top, trying to create. He gives it off. Harley in the corner for 3. That's good. Justin Harley, his first 3 of the night, and it goes. Battle on our hands here inside the Hennessy Center, 72-68 Mount Mercy, as Bronner Henley drives, and he's rejected. I believe it was Harley who got it off glass, now to Franklin. He'll kick. Middle of the lane, Harley finds Pena. He'll launch from 3. That one's way short off the front iron, and it's out of bounds to Mount Mercy. Boy, a good look there from Pena. He had a good shot at it, and he left it short off the front iron. Good rebound by Villagrana, and then I believe he threw it off the shoe of Will Nelson. A smart, savvy play there by the senior. As Strong checks back into the game, and with 3:11, the Mustangs will try to preserve a 4-point edge. There's Basala with it, right wing. He'll drive, middle of the lane, 10-footer up. That's too long. Harley down with the rebound, and here comes Mo Jackson. Tough defensive stop there from Graceland. Now Mercy in a zone attack here defensively. Here's Harley with it, middle of the lane. He'll hand off Nelson for 3. That one's good. Just like that, Graceland has cut it to 1. So Mount Mercy will have to answer on the offensive end, 72-71. Strong has it. He'll back it out now, the senior. Looking for somebody, he finds his counterpart, Evans, middle of the lane. McKinney will launch from 3, and that's good! Dennis McKinney brings the crowd to life here inside the Hennessy Center. His second triple of the evening, and McKinney now on the board with 12 points. All 12 coming in the second half. He's been unbelievable. The sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, has brought life to this Mount Mercy team. A huge bucket. It was a 5-0 run from Graceland, and it's countered by the sophomore forward hitting a triple at the top of the key to give Mount Mercy a little breathing room here with 2:15 left to play. 75-71 lead as Graceland has used their final timeout. Boy, what a game we have had on our hands here tonight. A conference doubleheader. The women before us, Graceland picking up a win in that one, 91-83. And now the men, well, we have a 4-point game with 2 minutes to play. But in conference, what else would you expect? Two great teams going at it. Graceland sitting at 6-2 on the season. Mount Mercy 3-3. Looking to get over the 500 mark here tonight. And that would be huge. A conference win at home is something you need, just what the doctor ordered if you're the Mustangs, as they try to hang on to a 4-point edge here. Graceland will inbound underneath their basket. It looks like Mount Mercy will apply three-quarters court pressure with Villagrana and Strong. And now they'll back off. It's Mo Jackson with it for Graceland. The Sting needing a score. They're looking for Franklin. Now they go inside to Pena. He's double-teamed. Almost lost it. Somehow he found Harley, and he goes up and in for two. Boy, I thought that one went right through the hands of Bronner Henley, and I think it may have, as Graceland catches a break. Nonetheless, it's a 2-point game. Here's Villagrana off the screen. He'll launch from three and hit. Boy, what a play call there by Aaron Jennings, and the senior comes through. So just when Graceland answers the bell, Mount Mercy comes back and answers at their own end. Nelson with it now. Harley, he's had the hot hand of late for Graceland. Looking for someone, he finds Franklin. Franklin driving, middle of the lane, floater up, off glass. No, too strong. Pena with it. He goes off glass, up and in. Strong rebound by the senior. As Strong has it, he'll find Evans. Over to Bronner Henley. 1 minute now left to play. 78-75. 15 on the shot clock. Pressure defense from Franklin. Bronner Henley with it out front. Looking for McKinney. He's had the hot hand. Bronner Henley, he'll launch from three. And that's good! Michael Bronner Henley, the senior, hits the triple. 81-75, 40 seconds to play. Jackson with it out front. Looking for Nelson. He's got it. Calls a screen from Pena in the lane. Nowhere to go. That one's off of Pena. No, it's inbounds. Bronner Henley with it. Up to Strong. He has it. We'll see if he can get across the timeline. He finds Bronner Henley, and he's fouled right in midcourt. Wow, what a possession from the Mustangs, as they try and get the crowd on their feet here inside the Hennessy Center. Well, how about Michael Bronner Henley? A huge three as the shot clock winds down to make it a 6-point game. The senior at the line now, 17 on the night for him. Yes, he'll shoot a 1-and-1. And it rattles home. 22 seconds left to play. 7-point contest. As the second one rattles home as well. 8-point game. Jackson with it into the front court for the Sting. He'll drive it right side, pull up, deep three on the way. That's off the front iron. McKinney down with the rebound, gives off to Strong. And it looks like he will run out of real estate and be fouled. Oh, Antoine Strong, the senior point guard. I have him with 10 assists and 8 points on the evening. He's been a floor general of sorts out there for the Mustangs. And he'll head to the line now. Looking for, I beg your pardon, his 13th point. A double-double on the night for Strong. 10 assists, 12 points. He can add to that here at the charity stripe. And it was an absolute outright team effort from Mount Mercy overall. This team came out, battled, had the lead at the half, and they extended on it in the second. As the second free throw is up and good. Graceland did not go away. This is a good ball club that came in here this evening. Played 2 great halves of basketball, battled on the road as Jackson lays that one up and in with 4 seconds to play. Evans will take it across half court and dribble it out, and that is the contest. It's a Mount Mercy win here on Thursday night in Cedar Rapids. 85-77. The Mustangs improved to 4-3 on the season, picking up a huge conference win here at home over the defending national champs, the Graceland Sting. A big-time performance out of several Mustangs. Graceland, big-time performers as well. We will take a short commercial break here on the Mustang Network and be back to wrap things up with the game statistics and much more. Back with you on the Mount Mercy Mustangs Live live stream network. Colin Brown, thank you for joining us all here this evening. The Mount Mercy men cap off our last game here of the evening with an 85-77 victory over the Graceland Sting as they stand at center court now. A big game out of several Mustang performers, but first we'll start with the Sting. It was number 2, Ramon Franklin. He led the Sting with 18-14 in the first half. He was followed by number 10. That's the junior Mo Jackson with 10 on the evening. And then it was number 1. That's Justin Harley, who came up big late for the Sting with 12 points and 8 rebounds as well. But Mount Mercy came through in the end. They pick up a W, several players in double figures. And we'll start with the floor general, the leader, the senior, Antoine Strong. He had 10 assists, 13 points on the evening, a big-time performance from the senior. He was absolutely dynamic in both halves tonight, helping this team pick up a huge win. And then you got to look at the sophomore, Dennis McKinney, the 6'4" forward out of Chicago, Illinois, the Cedar Rapids Jefferson graduate. Big-time performance here this evening. 20 points, 18 coming in the second half. An unbelievable performance from the sophomore. He was huge down the stretch with some key baskets. And then you look at number 11. That's Michael Bronner-Henley, the senior, another senior on this Mount Mercy roster. He added 19. He was big. 4 3-pointers for Bronner in the game total. He absolutely dominated from beyond the arc and then got in the paint, created for his teammates as well, alongside the likes of Mike Evans, the senior forward, 6'5", out of Davenport. A huge night for him as well. He had 12 points in his role, 6 rebounds as well. A big-time performance from all of the seniors. Muhammad Al-Bagami with 6 points off the bench. Christian Reishauer, 6 points off the bench as well. Joseph